What's going on, guys? We are live. I am finally back from Italy. I got so much unpacking to do today to show and share with you guys, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, here she comes. It's time for video check-in. Don't hit the lights. What is wrong with you? To my left, co-host, chickenista, chicken expert, Kristen. Today is going to be an awesome show. Look at Goosebumps.
Yeah. Coyotes are everywhere.
What's going on, Kristen?
Oh, I was just getting my chicken poop necklace on.
Can I get some? Someone's already pooped. Ingrid's like doing her job. Ask and you may receive. Ingrid is on it.
Don't blame it on me.
Oxygen is the solution to foul odors.
I just felt it on my back. It's warm and oh, God.
I knew I was going to have serious problems that, like, the coop remained that much better than the house forever.
The coop is beautiful, by the way. I'm not trying to plug your products by any means.
Please do.
Lipstick, give me a makeup kit. You know, I'll be nice and pretty for the crows.
Oh, so let's pull out another chicken. This is like a magic trick. Up to 1 o'clock already. Oh my God. We have a new Ingrid.
Memo. I missed the memo.
Know a lot of people who do raise rabbits alongside their chickens.
Why would you wait till the last minute to pull out your homework?
Have we met before?
Yeah, that's a good one with the cords and everything.
This falls right off, and he regrows a new one the following spring.
Calm down, Matt. Calm down.
Why?
This is a really interesting show.
It's see?
Yeah.
My fault. I love it, Cindy. You just earned yourself a shirt. I love that.
Yes, Matt, you are right.
I had no idea what to expect when we opened up that box, and this is why we love what we do.
That's my goal, is to really bring people together through chickens.
The power of chickens.
So.
Oh my gosh. All right,
Okay.
So what's going on? Welcome to Video Chicken Live. Welcome to the show, Kristen.
Thank you.
Okay, no, this counts as officially late because you were not here. How can you not make it here in time?
I had to stop on the way.
Did you not know you had to stop on the way?
I did.
Hold on. No, don't stick that in your ear. Where's the...
No, it's fine. It's fine.
No, it's not fine. All I wanted to do was come back to Italy. We haven't been live on Video Chicken
I'll
Live
go to Italy.
in like, what, 4 weeks, 5 weeks? So thank you for finally making it in here. But
you're welcome.
You take out a light. You take out a cleaning bottle. Your headphones are not working. Like, unbelievable. What is going on?
Water.
Huh?
Thanks for the water, Ingrid. You're welcome.
I figured that was for you because it was definitely not for me. Nan's already made me breakfast, coffee, and water. But she did bring you guys oranges or nectarines or whatever these
very
are.
Nice.
Yes. So thanks for making it. I figured you were... I'm not even going to go into it anymore. Thanks for making it. Ingrid, how are you?
I'm good. How
Did
are
you miss me?
Of course.
Yeah, right. Maybe just a little.
Maybe just a little.
Maybe just a little. All right.
I missed VCL.
I did too.
Yeah.
I love doing this. I'm not going to lie to you. I am thankful that the times we did go live, which is just about every day when we were in Italy, with one bar wasn't that bad. I haven't gone back to watch them, but I know it was a little hit or miss, and we had some good ones, some bad ones, but that was such a huge out for me, which maybe we'll get into a little bit today. Yeah, I can't wait to kind of just talk about the Italian Coop. Of course, if you guys have any questions at all, please leave them here. But do everything you can. Give us a thumbs up, share the show. And if you don't have any questions like some people already have, give us a wave hi. Just say, hey, we're here and where you're watching from. Okay.
So Ben says we've been jonesing for VCL.
I know.
Aww.
So,
Can we
and
call
thank
it
you
the
guys so
Italian
much.
Job?
What? You're
Can
going
we
to have to
call
turn...
it the Italian Job?
You might have to turn Nan up just a little.
The Italian Job.
So, yeah, the Italian Job, which is a great movie.
Amazing movie. And I think we should just call that job that.
Yeah. So now here's the other thing. I did some playing around. I had a lot of time to do some thinking. Well, which reminds me, I got a lot to get off my chest today and kind of share with you guys of some things going on. But let me know. I see everyone's watching on YouTube, which is great. Thank you so much for being here. I think I got X figured out.
Mm-hmm.
And let me know if you're watching on X. We've hardly done anything on X, right, Jimmy?
We're starting this week.
We are starting
I
this
saw
week.
something on X.
Yeah?
Yeah. One of your
Okay.
posts.
Yes. So I'm telling Jimmy every day, more cowbell. Where's my cowbell? I don't know where my cowbell is. Just really trying to make sure we focus heavily on our social media, but we're going to continue to go back and focus more on our YouTube channel, which I think will continue to grow our social media. But
see, somebody loves my Golden Girl reference.
I'll
Golden
bring the
Girls
cowbell in
reference.
if you show everybody your sick moves.
I don't know what that means. But anyway.
I don't know. I don't want to know. But thank you for being here. But especially if you're watching
Do you
on.
dance?
No.
Is that what you mean?
No, I don't. No.
Are you a dancer?
No. And also, we might be streaming live to Instagram. I think we may have figured it out, but it's going to be probably a horrible visual.
Yeah, I don't think we are.
Probably not. We tried it at the last minute. We got to keep trying that. And what was the other one? Oh, if you are on LinkedIn and you're not following Carolina Coops on LinkedIn, please go over there. We can't stream live on LinkedIn till what? We get like another 800 followers?
Yeah, I don't know how many it is that we need.
Wow.
We
Yeah.
need a lot more.
So ridiculous.
They think they're hot stuff, don't they?
Apparently.
Wow.
So anyways, so thank you for being here today. I wanted to definitely go over the Italian coop, the Italian job. But as always, if you guys have any questions about anything, coops, chickens, of course the coop that we did in Italy, please fire away.
Those photos are amazing.
Well, so speaking of photos, I put together a little slideshow.
Oh.
And I kept thinking, I was like, oh, this is
Wait,
like
you did your homework.
a little bit. Well, I
Wow.
always do my homework. I put together a slideshow of just pictures. I took a lot of pictures, but I realized I took more videos than anything, and the videos aren't going to work right now. I did sneak in one video that I'm not sure if it's going to work or not into the slideshow, but I don't want to also bore people like, oh God, here comes Uncle
Remember the
Bobby
little-
home from vacation. We got to sit through this slideshow.
Do you remember those little like round
Yes.
things and you hear?
Yeah. We should have added that sound effect.
Yeah,
But
that would've been good.
in all seriousness, I wanted to just share with you guys, because I think a lot of you people that take the time to be here at Video Chicken, you appreciate the behind the scenes. And you said that a lot when we went live every single day, just trying to share with you guys the progress, what's going on. And of course, as always, answer any questions you guys had. All right. So anything else? We'll get into the wonderful slideshow. It's only about 600 pictures. I'm kidding. I think 63 pictures is all it is. We'll go through them real quick.
Well,
But
there was one more thing. There's one more person in the room you didn't say hi to.
well, I did when I did mention Jimmy. Jimmy, how are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Thank you for
Hi,
being
Jimmy.
here.
Hi.
Also, we were going to have a guest on today who is still sick. He's been sick for like 3 weeks.
Oh.
I know I got sick as soon as I got back from Italy, lost 13 pounds from eating nothing. So I've discovered the world's best diet. Just don't eat. Like I had no appetite. Nothing tasted good.
It was the transition to American food, I bet.
So we're going to talk about that because now, since I've been there to Europe, in this case, Italy, oh my God, I had no idea what we were in for. The good and the bad. And I did tell Ethan and Evan before we got on the first flight, Air France to Italy, as they're eating their cookies. I'm like, are you guys sure you want to do this? I was like, God only knows the stories we're going to come back with. So there's a lot to share with you guys. So if we can go ahead and get started. Again, give us a thumbs up. Let us know where you're watching from. I see Facebook's working. Is X working? Is Instagram working? And I thought there was somewhere else I was trying. If not, no big deal. And then Ingrid, please keep up on those comments so we can definitely.
Well, people are noticing your weight loss.
Yeah. I might need to go to Italy.
So
Apparently, you just need to get sick.
I'm down. Okay, here's what happened. And we got this all on video. And I don't know if Jimmy has seen the video yet or not, that we were going to do the follow-up when we got back. And Anna, who's one of our customers over in Italy, the wife that was cooking for us, she's like, I can't wait to see what you guys weigh when you get back. Because what we did is Evan, Ethan, myself, literally bags packed, we're ready to go. And we're like, let's all do a group weigh-in. So we did it. And we got that number. And then as soon as we got back, nobody was here. But we did a kind of a selfie video weighing ourselves in, and we did lose as a group. I thought we were going to lose more weight. It wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be, but it's pretty significant because I am telling you, we did nothing but eat carbs. We ate pasta 3 times a day. We had the world's best food. Period. I don't care who you are. Florence, the food there is absolutely incredible. And Anna, which I didn't realize when we went over there, she actually teaches cooking, and she knows a lot about food. So many times I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. We had, she made us she cooked for us twice a day. And so she made lunch for us and dinner. And there were times I had, a meat that I was like, this is so good, but I have no idea what it was. And it was lamb. I've never had lamb. You guys ever had lamb? Yeah, see, I must be just kind of secluded because a lot of people are like, oh, yeah. I had pigeon. You guys ever had pigeon?
No, how was that?
It was so good. It was very, very good.
Sure, it's just how you cook it. And
yes.
there's a lot of skill there.
Are you cold? Are you shaking? Should we turn the heat up?
Well, I have a sweater too.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure you're comfortable. So we had pigeon and we had guinea fowl. We had rabbit. I mean, you name it, we ate it. I ate things I never thought I would eat in my lifetime. And I ate things I had no idea what it was. So we're going to go ahead and get into all that. And
I'm very proud of you for eating all of those things, by the way.
I ain't going to lie to you. I'm going to confess on something. There might be a lot of confessions on today's show. I'm not sure. It was interesting when we first got there. Anna and her husband, Amerigo, live there at the hotel. And they're like, you are having dinner with us tonight. I'm like, okay. So, of course, we're just getting there. Like, the culture shock is, like, kicked in big time. And we just didn't know what to think. And we did all this reading, like, make sure you don't wear flip-flops and make sure you leave food on your plates because it's rude if you eat it all. Yeah, I'm like, oh, God, they don't know, Ethan.
What?
He's going to eat 3 plates. Oh, yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
we get there, and you met Amerigo. I wish I would have got more.
Met Anna, too.
Yeah, I wish we would have got more pictures and videos because Amerigo is just a sweet man who I could listen to him all day, but he's very inquisitive. So we're like, okay, where do we sit? And they're like, well, it doesn't matter, but Matt, you sit right there. And I was like, okay, I'm sitting there. And I sat right between the husband and wife. And again, I'm going to show you some pictures. We had such a great time, and the food was incredible. But the last dinner we had there, the night before we were going to fly out, I'm going to regret saying this, but it's true. But I couldn't do it. She busts out a huge bowl of peas. And I did not want to be rude. And, of course, I look up this way. Evan's sitting there. Ethan's sitting there. And they're looking at me like, oh, yeah, you got to do it now. And it was not even the fresh green. Oh, God, see, I'm nauseous even thinking about it. The fresh green colored peas. It was more of that darker green like my mother used to make. And I was going to. I literally, because Anna was such a good cook, such a good host, did so much for us. She even goes, oh, no, you've never had my peas. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. But I did not want to, like, have a horrible reaction to it.
Like throw up on the table?
Yes, but I couldn't do it. I didn't do it. Yeah. So, anyways, I want to go ahead and get into the slideshow. I hope I did.
We have a quick question.
Oh, yeah, fire away then.
Okay.
Take control, Ingrid.
It's from Darcelle. So she says, happy early Thanksgiving. I have a blonde question on the automatic chicken door, which any question is a good question. So the girls have had their pasture to run free, and they come and go back freely into the run. What keeps other animals from just coming in?
Nothing.
I get squirrels in my coop.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the deal. Every situation is a little bit different. And I can tell you what we have done, what I have done. One of the things you can do if you are worried about other animals getting into the run while that automatic door is open is move that automatic door up. We've done that for people to keep dogs and goats out.
Right.
In my case, goats and pigs. Not so much the turkeys. I didn't mind if the turkeys went and ate the chicken feed or whatnot because I think we did an all flock feed. But you can move it up and put a perch bar in front of that opening so the chickens jump up and then down into the run and vice versa. And I know that actually works really well. I guess goats. I didn't have a problem, but I was told don't ever let goats eat chicken feed because it can really make them sick.
Yeah, well, there's a reason why they have different feed.
So with that question.
Like, it's not life or death, but generally they should have their own feed.
Right. And one of the things that I am trying to do, and I can't wait to when we start talking about what we're going to be doing in 2025, I want to go back where I left off with our farm in New York and figure out ways that everyone can have these animals without having to separate them completely. Like I had this fascination like in Charlotte's Web where all these animals are just having a great conversation at night, but they're all kind of have their own bedroom, but they can all hang out together during the daytime. That's what I'm trying to achieve, truth be told, but without making your guys' life more complicated. No pigeon. The pigeon was good. So listen, the pigeons were actually grown for harvest to be eaten. It's not pigeons off the street.
Meat pigeons.
Meat pigeons.
And you had quail too, right?
No, we didn't have quail.
didn't.
We had rabbit. We had guinea fowl. We had the pigeon,
guinea,
the
that's what I was
lamb.
thinking.
And I'm sure there's other things. I'm sure Ethan remembers. I see he's watching. He can chime in. And I didn't put in a lot of pictures of all the meals. I kind of want to really keep this coop related. But so.
Should I just start it?
Yeah, go ahead. I hope I did a good job. Look at that. All right, listen, folks. Whew. I can tell. I'm going to be honest with you. I already want to go back. There was something about after you get used to the culture shock, at least for me, that the simplicity of being at this property at a hotel that was built 400 years before Christopher Columbus was even around, which just blows my mind. And you're in this landscape in these hills that I am not used to seeing. Like, I remember even on one of the lives, I was like, I want those trees and I want to grow them at my farm. And a lot of you guys said those are cypress trees. And they were telling me they're cypress. And I'm like, they don't look like cypress trees at all. They look like arborvitaes to me. I think it was Mackenzie or Nan sent me a thing like, no, those are true Italian cypress, which just grow everywhere out of all those mountains right there. And they just grow really, really tall. Well, Tommaso, who's the head gardener there, who helped us so much, thank God for him, he said it's actually illegal in Italy to chop off the top of those cypress trees.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? So there it is. There is the coop finished. This is like second or third to the last picture I took. So I just want to start off right there. If you didn't follow along, see this coop, well, you're about to see kind of a lot of the behind the scenes.
How do I
Click.
what? Click where?
I don't know. Click.
Why is it locked?
I don't know.
This is not like when I do a slideshow. I know
No, it is. Hit the arrow. I tested it earlier. It's right there.
Oh, is that the arrow? No, it's not the arrow. That's why I didn't do that. Oh, I see. Okay. There we go.
It was hidden.
It was hidden.
Yeah, 62 photos. So I promise I'm not going to bore you guys. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
You got to click it once. Now you're screwing things up. Here we go. So we flew into Paris. Okay, never been to Paris before. Fly into that airport, and I was actually expecting it to be a lot nicer. I don't know. I had a horrible allergy attack. Thank God I had some allergy medicine with me. And Ethan's like, allergies are fake. You're faking. I'm like, I have snot just rolling down my face. I'm having sneeze attacks. And, of course, you feel just miserable when you're having an allergy attack. So, finally, we get out of Paris, and we're flying over. I'm assuming these are the Swiss Alps coming over the top of Italy. Help me out, folks.
Well, I don't.
No,
Sure.
sorry.
You were there? Okay, so these are the mountains up in north of Italy where you go from like Switzerland to Italy, and I was just blown away. You talk about some mountains.
Do you want me to keep going?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So we get there. Now, Anna, so we get to the airport, and we go through customs. We get our luggage. We're in Italy. I loved when we landed into Florence. I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever flown into Florence. Now, I love flying. I love flying so much. I hope to be a pilot as soon as I can retire. I was so happy. The pilot, when we're flying into Florence, says, now listen, prepare yourself to feel brakes you've never felt before because the runway is so short. I'm like, yeah, all I can hear is Top Gun music. And we land in the Florence, and he just has to jack the brakes. He had to hit the brakes so hard because the runway's so short that the end of the plane, you can start feeling it kind of come around. So anyway, so we get there, we get our luggage, and Anna just pops out of nowhere and comes up to us, gives us all hugs, and we're like, oh, okay, nice to meet you. So we go out, and we had so much luggage.
Wait, did she give you hugs, or did she give you like the kiss on each cheek?
No,
like,
nobody did that. I don't think that's real. I see that in the movies. That's not real.
Oh, okay.
No, I saw other Italians doing that. We'll get to that.
Okay.
So immediately the culture shock starts because we walk out with our luggage, and there are the tiniest vehicles I've ever seen in my life. Our luggage combined was bigger, probably weighed more than most of these vehicles. So we actually had to get a separate cab for all the luggage. And Ethan and Evan, so they rode with the cab driver. I rode with Anna back to the hotel here, right? And this is and everyone's going to keep asking. I cannot tell you enough how amazing of a place this is to go visit. And I'm going to say it wrong. Torre di Bellasguardo, and I cannot roll my R's, but that was the hotel. That was the customer. So we get in the car with Anna. All right, now, mind you, I have never been to Italy. Never been to Europe. I had no idea that the roads are about 4 feet wide.
Yeah, that's why they have small cars.
Oh my God. And that it's a two-way. Anna is, and I see why some of the world's greatest race car drivers come out of Italy. I am like hanging on for dear life. Now, I got a lot of videos. Of this. You guys will see it later on. We come out with a full video. How we just miss going head on because you're coming around corners and you don't know if anyone's there. But the person that gets the right of way is the person that's the aggressor. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So when we first got there and we get up to the hotel, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So when we caught up with Ethan and Evan, they're like, you will not believe the cab ride we just had up to the top of this mountain. Hold on. And so we get out, we get the luggage, and we're pulling into this place that I had no clue. Now, Amerigo did say, Matt, was built in the 12th century. Okay, sounds awesome. I had no clue. I'll actually do it, Ingrid.
Okay. That sounds good.
I had no clue what we were about to witness. So we get out there, and this is the view from the top of the hotel. So why they call it Bellasguardo, and I believe there's 2 R's because I'm not rolling my R's. I can't roll my R's for the life of me. But the view, and you saw this, right, when you were there? So you got to back me up here. The view, folks, and this picture doesn't do it justice. It's like you're looking at a painting. You see Florence, Firenze, they call it, this massive city. You could hear a mouse fart up on top of this hill. It was so quiet. It made it like this was not real. And they were explaining to me that you have a bell tower and these 2 churches down there that we went down to see firsthand, which we stumbled upon on accident. This is one of the few views in Florence that you can actually see all that. And it was just absolutely incredible. So we're just like, you got to be kidding me right now. And let me move this out of the way. That's driving me nuts.
I know, it's tough.
What is the history of the hotel?
I have no idea. Oh, okay, so I do a little bit. So we walk. So here's Amerigo. Again, I hate I didn't get a picture with him. He is this just nicest elderly man who is just still full of life, so inquisitive, has so many questions, but reminds me of myself from talking to a lot of the people that work for him. They're like, he's a smart man, speaks 5 languages, but boy, when there's stuff that needs to be done, he makes sure it gets done. Like he is like, boom, 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 boom. I was like, hey, I can appreciate that. We walk into this lobby and I got a better picture. I was blown away. Did you walk into the hotel and see this? I've never seen this. This ceiling that's hand painted, and this is just about everywhere throughout the entire hotel. So we walk in there, and to take all this in was incredible. But we get there, we drop our luggage off, and I'm like, okay, listen, let's go see where this coop's going to go. So we're walking through. I guess this is going to be some type of atrium. Let me know when I have your attention.
No,
again.
I'm going to look up the hotel.
Why? I need you to focus. You got to be ready at a moment's notice. Just like kids in school, this is why they have to take away phones.
And I'm pretty sure Amerigo said he was born in New York City or spent time there.
No, he is American. He was born in, I think he was born in Italy, but he went to California. So we're walking down to where the coop's gonna be.
Look how beautiful that is.
Oh my gosh, Ingrid, it's like I still get goosebumps. I have never witnessed so much old, which is beyond beautiful.
Yeah, we have no concept of old here.
Zero. So again, I'm like, just my jaw is just dropped, and it's just absolutely incredible. So we're moving on down, and then we come down to one landing. There is the coop. I have no idea. I mean, there is a road, but it was again very skinny, and I think they had to get a crane to unload these 3 crates. Again, we have all this on video, the unboxing and whatnot, but I was so happy they did a great job because when we got there was so much rain. And Ethan's like, yeah, it's the rainy season. Why did we come this time of year? And I'm like, yeah, we had a lot of control over that. And so thank God they did a really good job. They had like 4 layers of tarps and plastic, but that's the coop. So I'm just walking on down. And, okay, so I had to throw this photo in. This was later. I mean, this is at night when we came back up there.
It's amazing. That's such an amazing picture.
Jaw-dropping. And here's and I'll get back to the coop story here, but here's the thing Anna was telling me. And boy, you really learn your history when you're in Europe, that this used to be a castle. It was originally built as a castle for someone that was hunting the land. And it was a status symbol. Do you guys know what those things are called? When you can tell it's a castle where it kind of has the things where you see, like Robin Hood shooting his arrow through and whatnot.
Parapet?
No. And that might be it. I know what Anna called it. I didn't know if that was it or not. They call them kernels. And so the kernels were a status symbol way back in the day. And I guess they had to change their status symbol, so they got rid of all that, and they lowered the roof. And my room is right here.
Wow.
Isn't that awesome? They so hooked us
So
up.
you didn't have to stay in the workers' quarters. Did you ever
Scullery
see it?
maids.
Well, so
quarters.
we'll talk about that, but either did Ethan or Evan. I got pictures to show you guys. You guys are going to get a kick out of it. So there's my room. There's my bathroom window. What in the world? Do they not know about shower curtains, showers? Like, it took me a week to get used to washing like it's a dog wash, like in a bathtub with a hand shower.
Yeah.
I'm like, I almost died. I don't know how many times slipping and falling, but you just get used to it. And I kept telling myself, I want to appreciate this. I actually so loved it. The bidet, not happening. I missed my bidet. That's one of the great things from COVID that came out was the bidet. If you don't have a bidet, you guys don't know what you're missing. But the bidet that was in my room, because it was so old, didn't spray. It's like a bathtub for your butt. At least I think. I don't know. I'm not even attempting it. But anyways, so such a beautiful hotel. And so here's when we first get there. And I just, was so happy to have Ethan and Evan come with me. I wish I could have brought everyone. But I know that these guys were really going to appreciate it. And plus, obviously, we had to get the job done. So that's when we first got there. And the cars there, I mean, what in the world is this? I mean, look at you got lights up on top of lights. And I don't know. This is when we were finally figuring out where we're going to get stuff. And that was just an awful picture. So, boy, these are out of order.
You did this.
I know. This is night one. Guys, I want you to understand. So, there's a lot of people ask what's your most memorable moments, and God knows I have a lot of them. But when we first got down, so night one, we're like, we got to go down to Florence. We just got to get out of our system. We got to go down there and see it. Of course, we don't know where we're going. We get into these Ubers and these cabs, and we still think everyone speaks English. And as soon as you start talking to them, they're like, "Screw you! I'm not talking to you," or they're like a chatterbox. They love talking to you because they speak English. We get down into Florence. We're walking around just taking it in, and we sit down at this bar. And the first thing that happened was it kind of hit both Evan and I. I wish I would have had a picture knowing this was going to happen. It was like when we did the ball game for Winston-Salem Dash, where I looked over and saw Evan just like, wow, this is crazy. So we get to this bar, and I see Evan, and I'm like, we did it, buddy. He's like, this is nuts. To sit down there in Florence where everything is like inside, outside, and there's hundreds of people walking around. Well, anyway, so of course we get drinking. The next thing you know, our bartender, Arena, is somehow Ethan's taking his shirt off and giving it to her. So that's what's happening
That's
here.
what's going on.
Yes.
Like, why does she have the same
I
shirt,
didn't
and
even
why is
see
he
that.
eating in a tank top? Because
Oh my gosh. So I'm like, what in the world? I'm like, we just got here, guys, and Ethan's already taken his shirt off. But that's Ethan. So what happened was Arena's like, can you guys bring me a Carolina Coops shirt? Ethan's like, here, have this one. And I'm like, this girl's about to be mortified. She puts it on and wears it the rest of the night. That's Ethan, everyone. And
What did he wear the rest of the time?
that tank top. That tank top. So here's a street, I kid you not. So that's a two-way highway. That's what I would call a sidewalk. I mean, it's a two-way street, but it's a sidewalk. I think that might have been from one of those nights where I was like, where in the world are we going? Again, just beautiful pictures. The trees are so mature. This was the downstairs. The paintings are original. They're like, 1,000 years old or something like that. And this, again, Florence at night.
wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it was just absolutely crazy. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them in the section. I am just kind of going over, bragging about the wonderful trip we had in Italy. But we are going to get to a lot of Coop stuff here, I promise. Oh my gosh, Kristen, the amount of cats that were at this property, and they were all sweet. I had my favorite was Nyla, but the hotel gave us breakfast every morning, and it was one of my favorite times of the day because I
thought you said they gave you lunch and dinner.
Anna cooked lunch and dinner, but the hotel gave us breakfast every morning.
Oh, so
they gave us food.
You didn't have to forage for anything.
No, God, no. Oh, absolutely not.
And did you have to tell her when you were going to town for dinner?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because she's like, what are you guys doing tonight? And I said, I think we're going to go down into dinner tonight.
Okay.
The cats, and of course, Ethan, the point here is, this is 2 seconds before I took this picture, Ethan goes, I hate cats.
Well, he's not smiling.
No, well, he's got such a big heart that he's like, well, this cat would just sit here next to us. And this is in where you eat breakfast with the...
Well, at least it's sitting on the chair.
Oh, yeah. Oh, those cats knew not to get up on that table. And, yeah. So, lots of cats. And so we get down to the job site, and I got to figure out where there's going to be power. Can you guys see what's in the middle of this picture?
Scorpion?
Scorpions.
Oh.
What in the world? The last thing I ever expected to deal with in Italy are scorpions. So,
Fisher Matt Ryan asked, what was the best thing you ate out there?
Oh, I'm going to get to that. Great question. So,
just trying to get people involved.
Yes, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. So we get there. Now, mind you, it's been raining for 3 months straight. It was a muddy mess. I'm like, oh my God. As if this coop isn't already going to be hard enough. The rain just makes the job miserable. Now, also, I want to explain to you guys something I made a decision on that will probably be a debate for the rest of my life at Carolina Coops here, whether or not I made the right decision. And honestly, I would like Carrie to add up the receipts because I think I made the right financial decision. But regardless, as a process of learning to be better than we ever could be, this is why I made this decision. I decided, we're going to go there, 0 tools. When I say 0 tools, guys, I mean 0 tools. However, thank God Evan did smuggle a couple things on because he was thinking about it, that they don't have the tools like I thought they would. When we actually go to start getting the tools and the material to put down the sill plate, Tommaso is, again, trying to take us around, and we're going through this culture shock. I realize people are like this when they're talking. Like, you're going through public areas. They're all in your face. Why? I don't know. That was so hard to get used to. But finally, I'm like, Tommaso, where's the woodworking tools? He goes, Matt, we don't work with wood here. We build with stone and rock. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And as soon as he said that, I was like, I'm screwed. They're never gonna let this one down, picking on me that we have no tools. So Ethan's getting mad, but we were finally able to figure out how to get tools, but we could not find pressure treated 2x6 for the sill plates. So finally, we go to another hardware store where I'm going to call it the Italian version of Home Depot, but if not better. And we get there, and the only thing they have for pressure-treated lumber are these boards. And in this picture, they probably look like 2x4s. Oh, no, of course not. So now we're like, oh my God, we got to do everything in metric. When you live in inches every single day, and all of a sudden you have to build this huge or assemble this big custom chicken coop using metric, because when Evan gave the contractors, we'll call them, to put together this concrete foundation, he had to convert it all to centimeters, which is fine. And they did it, and we had to get these 2x4s that are really not 2x4s. They were about 3.5 inches wide, but they're about 1.75 inches thick. All I can tell you is that threw everything off right from the get-go. So I'm actually surprised Ethan's even smiling here. This might have been one of those moments I said, hey guys, we're in Italy, and they're like, yeah, right. So somehow, some way, Ethan was able to figure out the numbers. We got the sill plate in. The concrete was not right. We had to adjust for that. We get back to the room. So here's the room that they first stayed in one of the hotel rooms. Again, they're just absolutely beautiful. And for whatever reason, this is not staged. However, they always sat the same way, which I thought was really kind of peculiar. And they just, I don't think they realized what they were doing here.
They look like big kids.
Yeah, like their brothers. I just want to share that. So, and again,
Boy,
at
beautiful.
night, this hotel, if you are looking to go plan a trip to Italy, and they're not paying me to say this, I promise you. This is just an amazing hotel, whether it's during the daytime or at night. You walk through this atrium and they light up all the candles, these giant windows.
What is the name of the hotel again?
Torre de Bellascardo.
Okay.
I don't know. Just absolutely beautiful. And then every morning.
Wow, that is beautiful too.
Waking.
Look at the fog.
Oh, I thought those were clouds.
Or clouds. No, I don't know.
I don't know. It was incredible to see these clouds, the fog just sitting down in the valley. Just absolutely gorgeous. Just every morning. So here's the picture of after we did the sill plate. Now, if you guys have ever worked in mud, you can understand it was hell. Every step we took, we're sinking 4 to 6 inches into the mud. And then when you got to work with ladders, the legs just stick. They just get sucked right into the mud. You almost fall off. Then you got to pull the ladder out of the mud. You get mud all over the rungs. It was absolutely horrible. So I am trying to hide my stress, but I was stressed beyond belief, knowing Non's giving us a hard deadline. There's no way. If this weather continues like this, and again, Ethan, every 5 minutes, it's the rainy season. Why'd we come here during the rainy season? I'm like, we didn't have much of a choice. And so I told them, I said, you know what I learned when I was pledging? They teach you whatever that's bothering you, learn to love it, and it goes away. Just you got to realize this is your norm.
Mind over matter.
That's all it is. So I told them, I said, guys, learn to love the mud. Period. End of story. And we didn't deal with the mud anymore. It was a muddy mess. So
you locked it. I don't know what you did.
I do have a video coming up soon. So I did want to, I know in the final video or videos, I really want to show off as much I pick on Ethan and a little bit of Evan. Evan, I really don't pick on that much, but Ethan, he's two extremes, which is very a lot to manage. But he is a hell of a worker, and I give him mad credit. So we had to walk down to, I wanted to actually put a level on this. This could be close to a 30-degree pitch, which, trust me, is a lot. And those are rocks with slime and moss and algae growing out, whatever. Like, I'm like, someone's going to slip and fall, and we are definitely going to the hospital. And I thought I had a video of it. Apparently not. So we started putting the coop together. Look at that. The sun came out. It rained for about the first 3 or 4 days, and then the rest of the trip, it turned into paradise. There was not even a breeze. There was zero humidity. It was just absolutely probably the best weather I have ever experienced. And it's still drying out. We got, thank God, the contractors that were also doing other work there. They brought us a bunch of boards, so we're able to walk around the outside. One of the reasons why I want to make sure people see this is I cannot emphasize enough from the sales team to make sure you communicate with our customers that I think a lot of times when customers prep the area for us to come on site and build, they don't understand how important it is to please do what we say, or it's a huge safety hazard. It takes us so much longer. Now, granted, this drops 3 times, so I think it was like a total of 36 inches. So we had to deal with slope constantly, where normally we want it level all the way around. But we did have plenty of room, except for the mud, because it was freshly excavated. They put in the concrete. So we just got loose soil everywhere. It was just an absolute nightmare. But we did get the walls up pretty quick. And I can tell you, every morning when I would wake up and I would look outside my bedroom window.
Is that what this view is?
No, it's not. And I wish I would have took a picture of it, and I didn't. This is me when I came down, making sure Ethan and Evan have already started working. And, of course, you can see Evan over here. He's already working. But I could see the top of the coop. And I'm like, I cannot wait to get the roof on the coop. It seemed like it took like 2 or 3 weeks before we even got the framing up on top of the coop.
So how far away are you when you're taking this picture? How far away?
I'm actually right now at the top of that slope looking over. But I did zoom in.
Okay.
There'll be a picture where it's zoomed out where it'll show. But the thing about this coop, it was so systematic, and we couldn't do this until this, and we can't do that until that, and it just, oh my gosh, it was like, this is going to be the next coop from hell. Anyways, and just tried to get as many good pictures of Ethan and Evan.
Mike Trapp asked, oh my God, all right, forget it, go ahead, explain this.
So then one morning, Evan and Ethan are like, dude, you got a blood clot in your eye. I'm like, what? So they're like freaking me out, like, yeah, you're about to have a heart attack, you're about to die. I'm like, what are you talking about? So I took this picture. That's not a blood clot. Do we have any doctors watching right now?
I just love that you would think that like Ethan or Evan would give you like valid medical advice.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to die. You look like you're about to have a stroke.
I know. I'm the one with the initials that are MD, not them. But, of course, I'm like, what are you talking about? So I took a picture of it. I'm like, yeah, I feel something. I don't know. I have no idea what that's from. So is that something I should be concerned about?
Is it still there?
No.
So then I wouldn't worry about it.
My dad had the same thing happen a lot, but he said it was because of all the grenades and napalm that went off in front of his face from Vietnam or whatever.
So Mike Trapp asked how long the run was.
Great question. So
In feet, please.
Oh, no. This is all about centimeters, millimeters, kilometers, kilograms.
Get your metric to inches.
It was 3 sections of 12 foot, so it was a total of 36 feet long. And it dropped 30 centimeters, which it was probably like 15 or 16 inches. They had hot air balloons going over Florence all the time, and they would go right over top of us. I'm sure they were checking out the chicken coop and maybe checking out the hotel. But I remember, and I got this in video, I was like, oh, man, they're up in a hot air balloon ride. Like, that's got to be amazing. And those people up in the hot air balloon are probably like, wow, that's an amazing chicken coop.
They probably didn't even know it was a chicken coop.
They got in real close.
Oh, did they?
We started noticing balloons getting closer and closer,
Oh,
so I
okay.
think they were actually checking it out. At least that's the story I'm going to stick with. So here we are again. We're finally got the 3 sections of roofing on, which again, it was such a pain because of how systematic it is. You can't do this roof until you do this roof. You can't do this roof until you do this roof. You can't do this roof until you have this siding on, and so on and so forth. And I'm sure by this point in the game, one of my biggest fears started to happen. You guys remember what that was? Yeah. So we'll get there. Just another great picture. Ethan and Evan figuring it out, sawing stuff. Oh, right there, the Japanese saw. I brought that back with me. I said, this is going back home with me. I love that Japanese saw. Ethan's like, are you kidding me? It's the 24th century or whatever. Why are we still using hand tools? But I think he ended up loving that saw just as much as I do. So, OMG. Okay, I want to make sure we are crystal clear here, folks. Here at Carolina Coops, between just everyone that had a part to do with this, including Kristen from Sherwin-Williams, we spent months making sure our paint that we used on this coop were going to be sent over. And you would think, no big deal. That's not a problem. It was a nightmare. So finally, Sherwin-Williams says, okay, yeah, we're going to use our exporting department out of Miami, and we're going to we're going to ship it over, and it'll be there by the time you guys get there. Then the next thing you know, they say, well, we're going to ship it, but it's going to take 35 days to get there. And this is probably a day before we're about to leave.
Ooh.
I'm like, are you guys kidding me? So we're scrambling, and there's videos of this where Kristen from Sherwin-Williams came in. We did some paint samples, so we mailed them out so that the Sherwin-Williams in Italy is going to match it, thinking, okay, no big deal, right? Oh, my gosh. So an hour before we're about to get on the airplane, 2 things happen. Sherwin-Williams calls and says, we can't match that paint. You are responsible for sending those paint samples. We can't take the responsibility for it. I'm like, what in the world are you talking about? Also, Ethan somehow on his passport, it's going to get me in trouble. And we're like, Ethan, listen, it's okay. We don't care, but it's marked female. My understanding, he's a biological male. And we're all like, dude, you're not going to be able to go. There's no way.
He's looking pretty male.
Yeah, I don't know if you can say that. I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say anymore. But of course, we're like, we're an hour from flying out. We're not going to have our paint, and now Ethan's not going to be able to go. But we're like, Ethan, you're just going to have to identify as a female if they ask. So we get there to the airport down in RDU, and all 3 of us go up at the same time because we're traveling together. And she goes through our passports, but for some reason, she sets Ethan's off to the side. And I'm like, oh gosh, this can't be good. And of course, I'm thinking, well, the cookies they just ate are probably kicking in right now, so who knows what they're thinking. But long story short, never turned into an issue. But so we get to Italy, and the paint company that Sherwin-Williams bought gave us 3 5-gallon buckets of the 3 different paints. So it's actually a 3-tone coupe. There's green, white, and we'll just call it gray. And they're like, oh, it's close enough. And I have this all in video, where we get there and he shows me the 2 side-by-side samples, and you literally hear it in my voice like, oh, great. Because he didn't do what any good paint company would do, and that is when you're matching it, you put a little dab on what you're trying to match, and you can see clearly it doesn't match. Mm-hmm. So then he goes, it's free. And that immediately I go, there's something seriously wrong here. And says, Matt, this paint's better than what you guys used originally. I'm like, oh, really? He goes, yeah, it's made from metal. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, this is paint meant for metal, but you can use it on wood. Everyone does, but it's not meant for wood. But again, everyone does. I'm like, whoa, you got to be kidding me. So you just imagine how stressed I am right now. Because again, The last thing we want to do is have to repaint this entire coop, and it's two-tone, which makes it that much more difficult.
That is a beautiful picture.
Yeah, sunrise. Oh, no, this is actually out my bedroom window, so that was sunset. And this is, I'm sure they don't mind me sharing, this is where the owners live. This is their home right behind the hotel, and I just loved that view every night. I tell you, these days started to go by very, very quickly. Here was just a great photo. So someone was asking, Fisherman Ryan was asking, I think it was, what was the best meal? Now, listen, I want to say something. I've been on keto, 3-4 months? Mm-hmm. And it obviously has worked. And I also cut out all my beer. Maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. I've been drinking this keto wine. Is that what it is, Nan? By Grazi. Maybe they should pay us.
Yep.
And thank you. And I've cut back a lot of my wine, whatever. And lost weight. I lost about 20 pounds, I think, maybe 22 pounds before I went to Italy. And I said, you know what? I'm going to Italy. Screw my keto diet. I am going to eat everything, carbs, pasta, pizza. I don't care.
That was a good decision.
It absolutely was. Because, and like Evan kept saying, he goes, it's because it's so much, the ingredients are so much better. We're probably going to continue to lose weight. Here's what I can tell you, folks. I probably, after being there for about a week, felt a huge improvement in my everyday ailments. I was almost thinking my visual snow was going to go away. I felt so much better. I'm like, no, this is going to be in my head. You guys that know me best, my inflammation in all my joints is constant. My lower back pain is constant. My visual snow, my headaches, my stomach pains, everything. I'm always in pain. It sucks. But it started to go away. And I was like, wow. I'm not surprised because this is how bad, even like this, what is it? Is this a clementine, nectarine? What is it? What is this? Clementine. Here in the States, and I'm so thankful this is finally becoming a hot topic, is the food has been poisoned. There are so many poisons in our food to keep it convenient and looking good and cheap for us that without a doubt, this is what's contributing to why we're so obese and have our cancers. And according to the Europeans, especially talking to Anna, she went into great depth. She's like, you're exactly right. Your food is so bad for you guys. And you will feel so much better. And God, did I. Oh my gosh. Felt so much better. And I started feeling like I was still losing weight. Like I could tell by my belt, my pants. I'm like, geez, you're going to start falling off. I keep telling these guys they got to get suspenders. I'm going to have to get suspenders. But we went down to, when we were at that bar where Ethan gave his shirt, we asked him, I said, where can we get the best pizza around here? And of course, immediately, Giotto. I would call it Giotti's, but I think it was Giotti, whatever they called it. I think I have a picture of it, but I love my pizza. And here we're sitting out on the streets of, where were we? Florence. And it was just absolutely amazing. All these lights come on at dark, so all of a sudden it's like daytime again. The pizza in Italy is unbelievable. I had no idea there's lunch pizza, dinner pizza, and there's no such thing as small, medium, large. Tommaso's kind of laughed. He goes, Matt, it's just, this is the size everyone gets. And the dinner pizza was unbelievable. And they actually brought us out scissors. They don't cut it. They bring you out scissors. I think Ethan actually had, or Ethan has. Ethan, if you're listening and you're nearby, can you bring those in? He was smooth. Now, I'm not promoting theft in any way, but he came back with a pair of scissors. And I'm
Pizza scissors.
Pizza scissors. And they're
called souvenirs.
Oh, I get it. That's not bad. So I'll show you. The pizza was by far the best. The sauce, the bread, the cheese, everything was just it was to die for, this pizza. Like, it was hitting taste buds I never knew I had. And of course, this is breakfast. Meats, a lot of meats, cheese, croissants. What do you call those?
Croissants. And
coffee. Oh my God, the coffee was so good. And so we were so spoiled. And there's the pizza right there. No, that's not it. Okay, so here's how good the pizza was at Giotto's. We decided to go try a different pizza joint because I went online and looked up, okay, what's the chances of us getting lucky having the best pizza I've ever had in my life at this one restaurant? Like, there has to be even better ones. So I went online, I looked it up, and they go, this restaurant has the best pizza in all of Florence. So I'm like, okay, guys, we got to go to this pizza. I mean, it's going to be even better than Giotto's. And we get there. And there's kind of a backstory behind this where this was served to me and I took a picture of it. And you notice they did cut it here because it was actually more like a regular pizza joint. So I guess this is lunchtime pizza. And then all of a sudden the waitress comes over to me. She goes, "Did you already start eating that?" I'm like, "No, but I took a picture of it." She goes, "Okay." So she takes it away from me. She brought it to the wrong table, takes it over to the other table. And the lady's like, "I'm not touching that." So she brings it back over. In normal standards, this pizza is pretty darn good. It was awful compared to Giotto's.
What?
So we're sitting there talking to, Ethan and Evan and I. We're like, we're screwed. We're going to go back to the States and we're never going to like pizza again. So true. But that's what this is. But anyways, pizza. I have videos of Giotto. So I also want to share something for the people that have been kind of really paying close attention to all that's going on. We decided to take one Sunday off. We took one day off. We needed it, but more importantly, we had to go search for Ethan's phone. Yeah. So we had to go down to Florence and find Ethan's phone, which we never found. Why would Ethan lose his phone? Well, that's up for another discussion, I guess. So I'm walking down there, and I was thankful because these doors, the stonework, just walking through Florence, like, you probably can't tell how big these are. A car is about this high. You know what I mean? This is probably about 6 foot right there. Huge. Oh, so awesome. Thank you. Yeah, Mr. I can't find my phone. Oh my gosh, you're such a thief. Thank you. All right. So I, as a woodworker, I was like, oh, they used to do woodworking. I loved seeing all these huge doors, these wooden doors that they just have everywhere. So here we're walking down the street. Now, I don't know if you guys know what this building is. Look at this long line, right? Any idea what this building is? I don't remember what it's called, but it's like one of the most famous museums in the world that has the most famous paintings in it. Maybe not the Mona Lisa.
I think I went in that one.
Yeah, you probably did.
Mona Lisa's in
Paris. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But anyways, so I'm walking along trying to retrace Ethan's steps from losing his phone. And I'm like, I'm trying to find Ethan's phone, and these people are going to go see the most amazing art in the world. What am I doing here? But, yeah. So back to the chicken coop. Here is, I wanted to show you guys, and it was so funny when the customer came down to check on the coop. Well, she actually did that almost every day, and Amerigo came down maybe 3 or 4 times. They just, the attention to detail that we have in our coops is incredible, all the way down to, and I don't know if I ever got a good picture of what we call the snake screen, where we even screen off up at the ridge caps. So Ingrid, I got you some great photos I hope to add to the website. And I was up on the roof, risking my life. Oh, I'm pretty sure, yeah, at this point, Ethan was unable to really hardly move. So I definitely had to get up on the roof and doing all the flashing and the gables and whatnot. And I mean, I can't thank enough our customers that give us this opportunity. What an amazing cubicle we get to work out of. Just so incredible. And there's that painting or the ceiling on the inside. I wanted to bring it up to the top, but just absolutely incredible. When you went there, do you remember seeing this?
I did.
Isn't it just like you're speechless?
Yeah.
You're just absolutely speechless. All right, so moving on, just getting some pictures. We're getting the coop done. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was like a week into my trip there with the kids.
Oh, so you were already used to it.
Well, I mean, yeah, you do kind of like you say. I mean, it's just incredible. You're like, wow, look at that. Wow, look at that. Wow, and then eventually you're like, you get used to.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, just
so
like riding in a car there.
Yeah. I rented a passenger van.
No.
Yeah.
How did you drive it?
The passengers were screaming.
I couldn't, dude.
And then I had to parallel park it a few times.
I can't imagine. I could never drive there.
Yeah.
But next time we go there, we have to. I am never going to Europe again without a vehicle.
Well, I think we should have a Carolina Coop themed travel. Maybe a VCL. People could come. We can have like a tour.
So I knew I had the videos in here. It did say it's not going to let it play. Again, you guys have to stay tuned for the final big wide format videos. Ethan and Evan, it was a competition. So Carolina Coops being Carolina Coops, we are always going to go up and beyond. And they had these amazing rocks that we had to bring in to be able to make sure their chickens can get to the right elevations because of, they haven't done any of the, the landscape or the run buildup or whatnot. We actually, you guys will see on video, these guys picking these rocks up by themselves. And Tommaso's like, can I take them out in the field with me? But they actually did it. I'm like, they're so going to get hurt. I was hoping the video was going to let me play it. So finally, we get the hip roof on, we get the metal on, and we're coming up to a point where I am absolutely dreading this next step, and that is putting this cupola on. And here is me saying, yeah, we're about to do some sketchy stuff. This was actually Evan's idea, and we've done this before, and I'm thankful he brought it up again because I wasn't even considering it because, again, guys, we went there with 0 tools. And when they showed us their ladders, which we're now looking back are amazing ladders, but at first we're like, oh my God, we're going to die on these things. The rungs were like the size of this paint roller cover. Like they're like 1 by 1, so they kill your feet. Us lazy Americans, we're so used to those big old wide steps. It's nice and comfortable. So we had to lay it on this end down here on a wall and then lay it on that roof and then put some blocks underneath it. So this is the one I walked up on. Again, you guys will see this all on a video later on, us putting the cupola up. Here's a photo I took that I'm pretty proud of. I was in there painting and painting and painting, and our hen houses are so big that you can stand up in them and paint them, which is, in my opinion, the way it should be. I know some people have an argument to that, but I just thought this was a great picture. Yes, Matt, that's a great picture. Oh my gosh. Wow.
You're working so hard, Matt.
Holy cow, people, come on. Help me out here.
I said that was great because you can. The other thing you forget is that you can stand in them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
In the Craftsman.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it holds your weight. Like even
Oh, that's
an
a good
American.
point.
That's my point. Even an American will hold your weight.
Yep.
Or Callie.
Yep. Ethan is finally now at this point in the game feeling better after broken ribs, blood in his urine, probably a fractured jaw. Couldn't breathe. He had such a hard time breathing. You guys know how he has his laughing fits. He couldn't laugh. Like he can't help but have these laughing fits. So I knew he hopefully learned his lesson. So he's up on the roof.
Those aren't pizza scissors, by the way.
I was wondering.
I got the pizza scissors. I'm gonna show these to you guys.
I just he had scissors in his mouth.
Ethan had the move when he took these. He like put his napkin over it and like wiped his face. I was like, wow, that was pretty smooth. Anyways.
Don't you think that Americans probably do steal these people? They're probably used to that.
I'll be honest with you. I so wanted to. I wanted to bring these back.
You could have probably just asked them. I've done that in restaurants. I'm like, can I have this? And they're like, yeah, sure.
Really? Mm-hmm. I didn't think of that. Because I would have bought these. And I just didn't have the heart to take them. And then, of course, I don't know what this was for.
What are you going to use them for here? Cutting your Costco
because we're putting
pizza?
in a pizza oven and we are going to cook pizza like they do in Italy and we are going to cut it up. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. We are going to grow our own tomatoes and we're going to have fresh tomato sauce.
I love it when you talk to me like this.
Okay, perfect. Without a doubt. Like I couldn't believe how much better.
You're going to learn how to cook pizza for me and it's going to be so amazing.
I've made thousands of pizzas.
Well, that's what Sean and I do.
Yeah?
He makes his own dough from organic. I mean, pizza dough's easy.
Didn't you work at Sbarro's?
One of the pizza joints. Pizza dough's not easy.
Is it better than Sbarro's?
Let me take that back. Yes, it can be easy. It's about the ingredients, and especially the water. And that's what I've learned about down south. The water isn't the same as we have up in New York, and that's why our breads, our bagels, our pizza dough is so much better.
There is different water, but I mean, like bread in itself, it's just basically 3 or 4 ingredients.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And then we grew our own tomatoes and basil and stuff. I mean, we eat like this normally.
Oh,
sorry.
Well, I mean, I see Kristen gets the invite now, but
as a matter of fact, Kristen, I have some homemade bread for you.
Oh, thank you.
I brought her lunch.
I gave her chickens.
Anyways, so now here's the other thing I wanted to share with you guys. We had some, besides the paint not matching, finally we got it to match. Got videos of that. You guys will see later on. They, for whatever reason, do not have paint brushes for cutting in. But yet they got these paint brushes that have this weird angle that look like whitewash brushes. So you paint all these radiators and you get in between all these nooks and crannies. However, I can tell you Evan hates painting just as much as Ethan. But Evan, I'm very proud of him. He, without questioning it, picked up a paintbrush and went around and did probably 90% of that hen house in green with a brush that was awful. And did an amazing job. And that was just what that shot is. I think, you having fun, buddy? Oh, yeah.
I did volunteer. Well, I volunteered that Elise and I would come help you paint.
I know. You would have hated it. Oh, geez. I forgot I threw this in here. I look over. I'm like, Ethan, what are you? I'm just peeing. Sorry, folks.
You had a lot of pictures of Ethan. I don't know what's going on with you two.
Because I want to capture the team. I have a lot of pictures of all of us, but
there's a lot of Ethan pictures.
Well, I don't know. I guess because just to shut him up. I don't know. So, and here's the quail coop that Evan's his creation here. And I have a question for you. And this is why one day I called you and I was like, Kristen, I need your help. And you decided to disappear and couldn't get a hold of you or whatever. And then, then you got real pissy with me that one night. I'm like, I'm not even going to talk to you about it. Question. Come on, you're not going to, nothing?
Well, you probably called me in the middle of the night. I mean, the time difference, I don't recall. I mean,
no, it was like noon.
Man, can't I have a life?
No. So,
sheesh.
Evan did a bunch of research and did an amazing job on this quail coop. And there's going to be a whole walk around video of this. And of course, I have a lot more pictures of it. The one thing Anna said that she wasn't sure about, and I think you will have an answer for this right now. And I know what I told her, and I hope you're about to back me up. So when you open up this door to be able to capture the quail, because she's going to grow quail to process, okay? She doesn't want them to jump out. And I said to her, because she wanted to do like some type of trap box over here, and it was quite interesting what she wanted. Of course, Evan feels like he just got kicked in the balls. Like his face just fell. I felt so bad for him. And he's going to take it personal. I mean, and I don't blame him. That's why
Did he not ask the customer what she wanted?
No. We've had how long? 2 years to go over this whole design. And of course, you don't really know until you get into it. This is the very first one. And she's like, I'm worried about when I open up this door that the quail are going to come flying out. And I said, I don't think they're going to. If anything, I think when you open up this door, they're going to run away and you just reach in and grab the one you want. Am I right or wrong with that?
Well, they flush. They jump, they go up.
Yeah. So if you were to walk up to this door, open it up, and let's say there's 20 quail in there, are they going to come flying out or are they going to fly away?
It is a large door. Yeah, I'd be concerned that you're going to lose some.
All right. Sorry, Evan. I tried. So Evan literally within an hour, we're walking back up and he's like,
I mean, they freak out.
Right. And I figured they would probably just go away, not try to come at you. So he designed a kind of a trap door, a little trap room off to the side. And I'm like, Evan, we don't have time for this. You know, when we come back, we can add to it. So that was the only thing that she was wishing we added, but you know, whatever. I think it's going to be an amazing quail coop. So if you want a quail coop, folks, just give us a call right now. We can have it out next week.
We don't have any manuals for that.
It took Evan, and not from lack of effort. There was so much to this quail coop. It took him like 5 days just to assemble it. It was nuts. There's a lot of details to this thing.
Suzanne is reminding you that they can't see your mouse. So when you point with your mouse, the audience
You don't see the
it.
laser pointer at the end of my finger?
No, nobody sees that.
I appreciate it. Thank you. These are good.
They are.
So we got it done. There it is. 8x8 hen house / shed, feeder hopper, 3 paints, green, white, gray. Cupolas up there. Absolutely stunning.
Is there only one door to that run?
There's a Dutch door here.
Right.
Oh, so you guys can't see my mouse? If I point to this.
Nobody can see that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's your computer. I can see it because we have.
We need a pointer. Oh, my. That doesn't work.
So there's one Dutch door.
There's a Dutch door in the middle.
Okay.
That's gray. And then we have a gray human door. So we ended up having to hand paint this entire thing. All 3 colors. That's what it came down to. I was so not happy. But it is what it is.
You got it done in 3 weeks.
None had.
Did you have any missing parts?
0.
That's yay!
Imagine that. So for the first time in Carolina Coop's history.
Wow.
Not only did we get a coop out the door Well, we got it done. We got it built in time, out the door in time, got it there in time, had no problem getting it through customs, which I think we got a little lucky. But and then we got it assembled on time. I told Nan that we need about 3 more days because you can spend. We could still be there doing touch-up paint, but somewhere you got to draw the line in the sand. And it turned out like to see this in person is absolutely stunning.
So there is only one door to the run to answer my
yes,
question?
there's only one door to the run. Yeah, there's a Dutch door right there, and then we got the pre-hung.
I'm
fiberglass.
surprised they didn't want more doors. That's all. Ow.
See, I could go on and on. There's so much. So when the guys did the concrete one, they didn't do it right, so we had to make up for it. They poured a concrete wall dividing these 3 drops, which you would normally do if you were doing like a terrace, but she had to have them take it all out, which I think was the right call. So we just had one big long run. And
they took that out before you got there?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I give Anna credit. She knows what she wants. And she's super smart. She's had chickens and was just both her and her husband, Amerigo, were so nice. And it's so much fun to work with. Amerigo literally said when we first got there and we had dinner that first night, he goes, Matt, don't stress about anything. You are not to stress. I'm like, okay. In the back of my mind, I'm like, you have no idea how much stress I'm under right now.
Yeah, that's a hard thing to tell you.
Yeah, but it did help. It did help. He brought every time he came down, he brought me a bottle of wine. I mean, look at the feeder hopper. Cabinet grade, solid wood face frames, all cabinet grade plywood with the door up top, and you drop the feed down in there. You know, just an absolutely amazing chicken coop. We got the new hen house doors, the wind doors on the back. They're going to be bringing this all up to grade. So for the YouTube chicken please watching right now, geez, I hope I pointed this out in the walk around video. There is a reason the Predator apron is not installed right now. That's because they're bringing in a company to do all the coopscaping, if you will, around the outside. They're going to be bringing up the soil. They're planting certain plants and blah, blah, blah. We left them the Predator apron that they're to put down after the fact.
And you don't need it under the hen house shed, right? Because that's got a
correct. You probably don't, but we talked for probably a couple hours about whether or not we should do the Predator apron with the customer. I was like, for something that's so easy and quick to put in, it's a critical part about the coop. And I don't care. The concrete, yes, it goes down 24 inches. I still rather have something I know guarantees a Predator's not going to figure out. A Predator could figure out to keep digging down. I know they, I guess, tend to stop at a certain point. Fun fact. There's no raccoons in Italy.
Yeah, they're very American.
Really?
Or possums, right?
I don't know. Because we were talking about that with the, should they use carabiners or not? And I was talking about carabiners because of raccoons, this and that. She goes, we don't have raccoons here. She goes, but we have the public. I was like, oh. I said, that's a good point. I said, you're going to want combination locks on all those doors.
When I had European students for the summer, they wanted to see raccoons.
Really?
Yeah, that was on their bucket list.
That's so funny. I
Trash
believe
pandas.
it. I believe it.
Look at that. That's so pretty.
It's unbelievable. And this is their off season. So I can't.
I wasn't there when I was there. All of those beds.
I've told Nan. So, well, speaking of those beds.
They got asparagus. They had kale. I saw the different plants in there.
They had to rip out half those beds to make room for that coop. I was like, why didn't they put the coop over where the old coop was? Yeah, Tommaso, I don't think it was. Well, either way, that's for them.
Why didn't they put it over there?
I don't know. I picked up on that as a sore subject, and I was like, okay, I'll let it go. I'm not going to be stirring the pot here.
So Leslie asked how many chickens do they have, or are they waiting to get chickens?
Okay, so I have a surprise. I may have the pictures to show you guys, if you still got time, of all their chickens. She just got them.
Wow.
She's got great pictures.
Oh, I love chicken pictures.
Okay, awesome. There's a little surprise towards the end. So I can't wait. Nan, listen to me. If you haven't already, get the passport, get our kids' passports. I want to go back. I felt so much peace there. Maybe it's because I was away from the business, and I can't thank my team enough for handling it every single day. Nan only had, I think, 2 meltdowns, which is pretty damn good considering, Evan and Ethan and I were all gone. But there is something about just being there with the food, how laid back and simple it is, how old it is.
Mm-hmm. What is on that arch?
No idea.
I was looking. I was trying to figure it
Yeah.
out. I need to look closer at it.
It's a nice looking plant.
So, and I do, again, have a full video of this. We did decide to paint the deep litter, just so you guys are wondering. That is Acre, and it's completely fine to have it painted. Does that hemp look familiar?
Is that au bois?
That's Aubie Chick. Which reminds me, do not let me forget, I can't believe it's 110 already. I have got to talk to you guys about some things that are going on behind the scenes about hemp and healthy straw and whatnot. So we're about to do that now. And there it is. I went down there one last time before our flight, and the sun is rising from the east, just shining through. This is the moment where typically when we finish a coop, it's like, it's great to be done. We're ready to go home. And I was definitely ready to go home, but it was so sad leaving here because just you make close friends with not only the customers, but I kid you not. When we would go back down into Florence, and if we went to the pizza joint or to some of the bars we were frequently seeing, people probably thought we were movie stars. Everyone that worked there is high-fiving us as we're walking in. They're like, hey, I'm like, oh my gosh. Just such a great time.
Were you tipping?
Hell no. You don't tip in Italy.
Right,
you don't tip
right.
in Europe. That was the last picture I took. And I just, can't thank enough for every person that made it possible for this to happen. And also, even the naysayers, if you have dreams and you always have those naysayers. For some reason, human beings don't want to see other human beings successful, believe it or not. I don't know why. I know a lot of good people do. But even my naysayers, they're like, that'll never happen. Well, it did. And thank you to the team, the customer, all of our customers, because even the customers that had nothing to do with this coop are still the ones that helped us get to this point that I do have this dream of in the next 10 years. We ship a lot of coops to Europe, but I know we could do more if we had a wood shop there. And so I did do some talking about that, and I think I'm losing my mind. I can tell you right now, as much as I love Italy, I would never open up a business in Italy. I didn't even think about how hard it is to run a business in these countries. It's already hard enough to run a business, let alone when the local, and even the local government showed up. Italy's OSHA showed up. I forgot to talk about all that. Oh, yeah. It was funny. And then we all had to sit together in the airplane ride, and you can just imagine Ethan and Evan sitting next to each other, but they had no choice. Ethan has a great...
Was it a full flight?
Oh, yeah. Ethan has a great way of making things feel a little uncomfortable, but Evan didn't mind. So, well, thank you for that. I hope you guys appreciate that. That was just the pictures behind the scenes. And again, we have so many videos. I know we've asked Jimmy you did a great job, those day-to-day, getting them out there.
Thank you so much.
So if you guys haven't seen them, make sure you go watch them. And I don't know what the full walk-around video is going to be because it was literally me doing a walk-around with a selfie stick because we ran out of time. I didn't have someone to hold the camera. We were still actually finishing some things up. But I just really want people to take away that we did it. We did something that people, even when we ran into Americans that were staying at the hotel, they're like, you're here building a chicken coop? We're like, yeah, meet us down there. And, of course, we had the one guy, well, I don't want to say it. The people that know everything, that can't do anything. They don't even know how to use scissors, but they can tell us how to build a coop. Anyways, that's...
We got a question.
Yeah.
I'll bring it in. Hang on.
Oh, chicken pictures. Joan is asking for the chicken pictures.
Okay. Yeah, don't let me forget. I think...
Are you gesturing with scissors?
Don't be running with them.
Thank God. Oh, my God. Hold on. The night we were at... How would you say that? Giotto?
I have no idea.
See, they don't pronounce the I. I don't know. Ethan literally said, he goes, I'm having the time of my life. And it did hit me going, oh boy, I don't think he should have said that. That's the night where we lost him for the second time. And he was smart enough. He goes, I don't think I should have scissors with me tonight. Anyway, sorry.
Question. When do I remove the temporary covering to the nest box? Is it simply waiting to find the first egg? My flock is 16 weeks old.
That is a great question. Listen, so I'm glad you have your nest box or your egg hutch blocked off because you don't want them to learn to roost in there at night. But once your chickens, especially around 16 weeks, they all should be up on those roost bars every single night. Roosting, pull that cover away. You're going to be good to go. And to that point, I want to mention something that I had a situation come up with a customer almost probably about a year ago. And one of the things the message I try to send to people is to really step back. If you have a problem, try to step back and figure out what the root cause of the problem is. I'm not a big fan of Band-Aids because it's just a Band-Aid. And speaking of the egg hutch, we have a customer that doesn't like our egg hutch because the opening, I think, is only like 8 inches tall. And it just needs to be tall enough to be able to get nesting material in and out of there, to be able to get to the eggs and whatnot. You don't want it so big that you freak out the chickens when you open it up. And every night she has to go out there, and apparently one of her chickens will not sleep on the roost bar. So she has to take the chicken out and put her up on the roost bar. And she doesn't like how small that opening is, so she wants us to change the pitch of the roof so it's bigger, so it's easier for her to take the chickens out. Making the change of the pitch of the roof and the opening bigger, which we're going to do, and I'm going to send it to her because I'm going to make customers happy. That's the Band-Aid. What should be done if you got a chicken constantly sleeping in the nest box?
That has happened to me recently. I just go out there right before sunset and push them.
Yeah, I push them from that.
Yeah.
I have one
Instead of
that's
pulling
still...
them out, I just push them in.
Or if you can reach in, that's the other thing. Depends how deep your coop is.
Right.
I've also reached in, like opened both doors and would reach in and get them. But I have one that's doing that because she's molting and she's getting bullied. So I'm just allowing it to happen for now. And once she finishes her molt and gets her mojo back, then I will make sure she gets on there. Because we're stressing her out.
Yes, there's a reason chickens don't want to sleep in the nest box. No. And you going out every single night to put them up on the roost bar is not the solution. Yeah. And I just, it's so hard for me to explain this to customers. I mean, I explain it, but at the end of the day.
Or a new nesting box is not, egg hutch is not the solution.
No, because it's a behavior. It's caused by behavior. So you're just trying to find a way to get Matt just went to his home screen and
we're still going.
It's just freaking
We're
me
still
out
here.
now.
We're still here.
Okay.
I made a folder for all the pictures that Anna sent me of the chickens, and I was hoping to share them, and I have no idea.
I can see why you're having trouble finding it.
Chicken noises.
Maybe next week. Maybe next week. We got to get into something that is so important right now, and actually prepare for next week.
The other thing I could tell you too is when I had some younger chickens added to the flock and they were getting bullied, what I ended up doing was that's when I created those covers. You have to be a little diligent, so you have to wait till you have to put them on after everyone's laid, like 4:30ish, and then pull them off in the morning or whatever. But that kind of stopped that from becoming a bad habit.
Yeah, that's not bad. I forgot about that. That to me, that's better than having to go out there and pull them out and change the egg hutch.
Yeah.
You can add curtains, dividers, not in front of the egg hutch, but on the roost bars.
I've tried that too. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Okay.
I take the curtain on and off depending. There's a lot of drama at night.
And there's, this is another reason why the chicken check is important. Mm-hmm. Even though it's set it and forget it, you occasionally should go out there and make sure nobody's sleeping in the nest box. But of course, that is obvious because then there's poop in it in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do a chicken check anyway. I want to make sure they're all accounted for. So
I'm still trying to find the folder. I see Joan now is asking for chicken pictures, and I really want to show them to you guys. And they're really cool chickens. She went around and found. She went to like 3.
See.
How about I look for them?
All right, I'll tell you what. It's going to be called Italian chickens or Italy chickens in a folder that should be on the desktop. But I did it on my main, which should default to here.
You guys can just talk amongst yourselves.
She sent it in WhatsApp and whatever. All right, so listen. I'll have Ingrid will find those pictures. I'm going to show you guys the chickens, and we'll finish up with that. But in the meantime, while I was in Italy, I got a phone call from home, and I'm thankful for my team paying close attention, in this case to the industrial hemp. And the hemp we got in did not match our spec.
Let's see if you might have made him another folder. I should have known better.
No, Italy. It's definitely Italy chickens.
No, I know. I just didn't know if you put it in another folder that was like Italy Coop.
No, and I didn't put it on this computer, so it may not have.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it made it here.
Yeah, so here, and this is weird. I don't like talking without seeing everything.
I know, it's weird, right?
Yeah, thank you. All right, so we got a truck of hemp in, and I was surprised to get this call, but they said, Matt, it's not up to the standard. The color is not good. It's that golden color. Oh, I was like, oh, crap. So I had to make a decision, and I made a decision. That was send the truck back. And I hated it because I know how hard we all have worked to be able to get our sales up to where they are for hemp. And you got to keep that going. You got to keep it going, or you end up getting blackballed if you run out of stock, and especially if you're selling on Amazon and Chewy. And I have said for years that it doesn't really change the efficacy what color the hemp is. Is it going to be dirtier and dustier? Yeah, that might affect your chickens, but the whole point of hemp is to be that diaper to absorb the moisture, which will eliminate the smell, because at the end of the day, the smell is what bothers you. And I was mad. We had no idea that they were going to send a truck to us that was not up to our standard, and I can tell you they knew damn well we were going to have a fit about it. So we sent it back, and I think they were shocked that we actually decided to send it back. And I said, you know what? And of course they said to me, they said, Matt, you're not going to find the color that you are looking for. It doesn't exist anywhere. Okay. So challenge accepted. And I said, in the meantime, order a truck of Healthy Straw. We've had a lot of people upset and asking for the Healthy Straw. I said, you know what? Let's get it in.
Including me and Ingrid.
Yep. And then let's promote it, because we haven't as a team done a good job. Jimmy, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you go get me Can you go get me three, just a little handful of each? The boom out front.
Got
right? Yeah. I don't want to spoil it. So we got the Healthy Straw in, and we haven't really done a good job promoting it like we have the hemp. And that's not fair to really gauge if Healthy Straw can be successful or not. So I said, screw it. We got the space. Let's do it. And it's slowly been picking up. So thank you to everyone that's bought the Healthy Straw. Now, listen. We were hoping to have Vince, the founder and owner of Healthy Straw, on today's show. I've had actually 3 or 4 conversations with him. Love this man. He reminds me a lot of me. And when I say founder, I can understand that this is his baby. He is very proud, as he should be, and protective of his brand and his product and everything. I'm like, I totally get it. And it shows, because that's how great of a product this Healthy Straw is. Now, when I have been talking to Healthy Straw, they're like, Matt, no kidding why you're not selling as much, because you don't promote it like you do your hemp. And
I'll go find Healthy Straw.
Yep. Oh, there's none out there? Do me a favor, Healthy Straw and hemp. Just a little handful of each. Okay. Thank you. All right, so listen. You're not going to start eating that, are you? You're eyeing it like, All right, so we're going to promote Healthy Straw. I'm going to bring Vince on, and their argument is it's actually better than hemp. I'm not sure if I buy that, but truth be told, unless you guys have done something differently, I have never used the Healthy Straw in the deep litter system.
I have.
You have?
I have.
Into the mic.
I have.
See, hear the difference? Interesting. All right, so I got some questions for you, young lady. We haven't, so we're going to put a coop out front, an American Coop, because we sold all our other ones, and do the next gen American Coop out there. And I'm going to use Healthy Straw in the hen house and kind of compare the two. And I'm not saying that I'm just saying I don't know, to be fair. And maybe I'll be blown away. Maybe I'll find out like I was originally with Healthy Straw, because I was not a fan of it even to begin with, because I'm thinking straw. All right. And when we did try it in the run, about a year ago, in one of the worst, wet, crappiest situations, we got 30 chickens in a run meant for 8. And
relatable.
It did the job within seconds by absorbing the moisture, knocking down the smell. It just created such a quick way of making a nice dry bedding for the stuff to continue to break down to make soil in your run. So I was like, dang, this stuff is good. So that's when I said, okay, let's order a truck, start selling it. We're going to do side-by-side comparisons. But here's what I'm getting at. I have learned my instincts were right. We have found a company that has the hemp specs that we want right here in the United States.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, we knew that was coming.
Yes.
How exciting.
It is, and I am thankful, because this is why sometimes you got to just cut the cord, regardless of what you think. You got to cut the cord, and I knew, especially when the previous company, which I love the company we've been getting the hemp from. They probably so many times could have just said, screw you guys, we're not dealing with you anymore, because we are a pain in the butt. We expect a very high standard.
I know, but you also have a lot of volume.
Yes. Oh, yeah, to the point that one of the owners came out recently to talk, because I kind of had a little conniption about something. All right, perfect.
Well, but also,
don't need to play yet. Don't touch. Just let it go. Yes, ma'am.
Also, the Healthy Straw is, the concept behind the Healthy Straw and it be in its efficacy is kind of the same thing that they do to the hemp.
Yes.
plant.
Okay. So pause on that. We're gonna talk. You're
All right.
like where you're going with it, Ingrid. Nice.
Trying to add to
All
the
right.
show.
Okay, so here's what I've learned. Truth be told, from talking to the new company, that we're about 99.9% there to finalize the deal. That we'll start having them to produce the hemp specifically for us. I am talking directly to the farmer, and the things he has told me has been mind-blowing. Makes so much sense. Why? Their hemp will be always up to our standard. And he did say, Matt, that golden hemp and that darker hemp does not have the same absorbency as the lighter color. I'm like, huh? Because I've always said I like the lighter color because it is psychological. Napkins are white, diapers are white, toilets are white. We think white, right? So I like that blonde color. I like that it's consistent and next to zero dust. Well, truth be told, when that hemp gets darker, the lignins in the hemp are breaking down that you don't have as much absorbency for the oxidation to absorb the moisture and the odors. That the lighter color will absolutely do the best. So, with all that said, I'm glad I stuck to my guns because I want the best.
Yeah.
Could we have easily said, screw it, sell the gold and stuff, just deal with all the upset customers?
Nope.
Right. It wasn't worth it. Are we losing money? Absolutely. But I don't care. We have worked so hard to uphold a standard, to gain all this trust. And that why I want to keep digging deep like I just did recently where they're getting into the cellular structures of this hemp and why it does what. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to talk about this on VCL. So in the meantime, while we're doing that, we talked to Vince from Healthy Straw. And I really want guys to give them a fair shake, give us a fair shake. And I have said that the Healthy Straw has been great for the run. It's great for really wet areas. It's half the price of hemp. We calculated by volume. It was like, what, $4 a cubic foot for help. Did you just try eating that?
No, I smelled it.
Oh. It's like $4 per cubic foot for Healthy Straw, and it was like $18 per cubic foot for hemp or something like that.
Yeah,
So
you get a lot in the Healthy Straw. The three cubic feet. I think it expands to 10 to 12 cubic feet.
Where did you just go out to the hen house and get hemp?
Yeah. I didn't know if we had any open that was already open because I think Kinsey had some.
It came with a little turd.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I didn't want to open a whole
just wash
brand
your
new
hands
one.
afterwards.
It'll go on. There's been lots of chicken poop on this table.
Yeah, it's nothing new.
At least that one's dried out.
Yeah, it doesn't smell.
Just don't taste it.
We do have some questions.
We're going to get to the questions. Thank you guys. If you have questions, please,
I don't want to lose the questions.
No, we're not going to lose the questions. I promise I'm going to answer them. I got to talk about all this. Listen. Oh, God. Anyways.
You put it on my side?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, my God. Chicken Coop Plinko.
It's like hockey.
Oh, it's like Pong. Oh, but I...
All right,
there,
all right.
I won. All right, listen.
Wait till you find it in your coffee.
God. All right, so here's the points again. We decided not to just sell crap just to make money because that's not why we do this. Because, well, yes, we need to make money, but I want the best for our customers, and I don't ever want to betray their trust in us and all that goes on behind scenes to make sure we provide the best product. And yes, the lighter the color, the better because it has more lignins. That helps with the absorbency. So fascinating there. That's going to come up in a show soon. In the meantime, Vince... he's been sick for like 3 weeks. I feel so bad. He was hoping to be on last week's show, then I was sick, and then hopefully this week. But hopefully he's gonna be feeling better next week. I'm gonna have him on.
Next week is the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh, here we go again. Can we not have a show the day after Thanksgiving? All right, is nobody working Black Friday?
No.
I didn't approve of this.
Well, Kristen and I aren't working.
What do you don't go shopping?
It's
No,
not
it's
shopping.
not for shopping.
Oh my God.
Black Friday is.
What are we doing?
We're not working. We're not working next Friday.
It's not a day off. I mean, people do request it off, but it's not a closed office day.
Whatever. We're gonna have Vince, the founder of Healthy Straw, on. He's gonna talk about why he feels healthy straw is the best choice for a carbon, for a diaper. Here's what I wanted to show you guys. Here's hemp. It has chicken poop in it. And you can see that nice bright color, chopped up real short. It's the herd. It's the absorbent part. When I say
already working.
Can you hand me the straw over there?
Okay.
Try not to make okay, not bad.
My handful is not as big as Jimmy's.
All right, listen. So when we say straw, a lot of people are thinking this. They're thinking long, hollow stalks. The outside, you feel that repellent moisture, waxy coating.
Why do you even have that?
For nesting material, decoration? No, for decoration. That is a good question. Why do we have straw here?
The bales of straw out front were for the community trunk or treat that I went to.
Oh,
okay.
Decoration.
Okay.
Very nice.
So look at when we say healthy straw, guys, this is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that they have a special process where they chop up the healthy straw and split it open and makes it very, very absorbent.
It's almost as if the straw and the hemp had a baby.
Yeah. Well, because listen, hemp is just like this.
Yeah.
And I tell you, God, it just gets more fascinating where the farmers start explaining to me why sometimes the hemp will feel harder and sometimes feel softer. It has all to do with how far apart they're planting the plants. Because if it's real tight, it grows slow, makes it real dense. I'm like, man, it's just like trees. Sure, bring it in. So the healthy straw is not, it's going to get a little confusing, is not this, okay? This is something that you may want to consider for nesting material. But the reason why I wanted to bring in this, this is more of a grassy, flat material. This is what the chickens want.
I like the smell of that.
What?
Because that was a question from Karsten. He asked, can healthy straw be used for nest bedding?
Can it? Yes. Should you? No.
No.
It can if you're in a pinch, but the chickens will prefer something that is longer.
If you are looking for
because it is processed and chopped.
If you are looking for the world's best nesting material, it's what I use as an experiment, but it's gonna be like $100 a nest pad, and that was the Angora mohair. But if you're looking for something very practical and that your chickens will love you for, hay, grass, flat, and this is Timothy hay. You like that smell? That smell reminds me of an allergy attack.
The bale that I got that is out in the coop right now, that's actually orchard grass because the store was out of Timothy hay.
Okay. So, but grass, right?
Well, hay is grass, yeah.
Yes, long stringy material. This is what the chickens will love to make a nest in. And we've been doing a lot of videos recently. You brought the chickens out to the coop right before we left to Italy. They're already, we're laying eggs in the nest box the same day. And the eggs are spotless. You don't have to clean your eggs. If you have to clean your eggs and go get an egg cleaner and this and that, that's a Band-Aid. You shouldn't have to do that.
Or a roll-out nest box.
Oh, my God. You see the rollout nest boxes in the...
No.
What are we doing with that rollout nest box that we told the customer, don't do this, don't buy this?
I had to bring it out to show a customer who was wanting a rollout nest box.
Should we do a video? We should do a VCL just on why you don't want to buy one of these.
The customer actually called us and told us that the chickens were not using it, thinking it was defective. And long story short, we went out and replaced it with one of our regular egg hutches, and the chickens started laying in it before we left.
Imagine that.
Speaking of which, we have a question about
okay, fire away.
For Kristen. Here we go. You want to read it?
My 7 girls have been molting for about a month now. It seems they're almost done, but I'm only getting 1 egg a day. How long does this last? And should I be giving any supplements? Yeah, egg production will go down to 0 once your chickens are molting, and they won't start laying eggs again until the days start getting longer. Early January to February, I would say.
Yeah. I'd say late January. Almost.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying the very early.
I thought it was January 21st, right at midnight, is when they'll start laying eggs again.
Why?
Because that's the winter solstice.
Yeah,
That's technically when winter starts.
Yes.
When fall ends, winter starts is when the daylight gets longer.
No, that's December 21st.
Oh, December 21st.
Yes.
Right, but they don't usually start laying till like January.
Yeah.
End of January.
Can chickens tell time?
They can tell the seasons for sure.
Yeah. All animals can, I would think.
So yeah, that's how long it'll last, and they're all different. Just like when they start molting, that they're all different. How long it takes to molt, when they start back, will be different for each one. So I can't say how long it's gonna last. But as far as supplements go, I don't give my chickens any supplements. I just make sure they have access to good food, a variety of food like kitchen scraps and such, and sunshine, water.
I throw a little extra black oil sunflower seed because that helps. That gives them the protein for building new feathers.
Right.
That's about it. But I mean, other things.
I mean, you don't have to give them anything in particular.
No.
You don't. There are vitamins in the feed.
Yeah.
Vitamins, and they're necessary vitamins and minerals, and protein is in the feed. But
Am I wrong with my philosophy? And that is, I try to explain to people it's not complicated. And we love to overcomplicate it. It's like this whole debate between sand and no sand we're about to do a video on a dust bath. Okay. We're not letting our chickens free range anymore, which I hate, but it is what it is. And I'm making sure they have everything they need. If your chickens do not free range, that's it for the outside for them in that run. Make sure they have everything, like little tiny rocks so they can have teeth and be able to take a dust bath. So we're going to make our own dust bath. And I watch a lot of these videos. And I guess I get it. People can make a lot of money making it complicated. I'm trying to explain to people it's not. All you got to do is think about why are they taking a dust bath? And it's just to get rid of those parasitic insects that are on the outside of them, those ectoparasitic insects. And the dust, that dry dust, will dry them out and or suffocate them technically. So we got to make sure we give them that dust bath. And here's the thing, just like our coops, and you've mentioned this, and I think you're right. How many times when we are out, when our chickens are outside and they find a spot to take a dust bath, they kind of all do it together.
Yeah, they have a community dust bath.
And I was about to say, I think that's a second reason why they do it. It's not just to get rid of parasites. I think it's a social activity.
Okay, so let's say you're right. I'm going to go with it, because why not? I mean, who doesn't love to take a shower? It's just a great experience.
Family that bathes together stays together.
Exactly. Can you imagine, if we... Okay. So, I think what's more important is that they have a big enough area for that community dust bath, and that, you want to make sure that, like I was reading, you want to make sure you put peat moss in it to help keep it dry. No, you just want the
That's
reason
so
why
people don't have a covered run.
Exactly. So those are the things I'm going to make the point about. But God knows I love having a fire. I have a fire just about every night now. Got cooking last night, and I scooped up the ashes today. But I think it is good to have that ash that'll help act as a desiccant, just like diatomaceous earth will, along with some sand, some soil. And my next question is, what size? Nan already shot down my idea. I was going to take Gus's bathtub, and I was going to bury it down into the ground. I don't know if I want it up high. The chickens probably don't care. Here's where I do think looks are important. So we might ixnay that one, Jimmy.
Just get a different colored one. It's just bright blue out there in the middle of the yard in the beautiful coop. It's like recycling box blue.
Oh, you could spray paint it maybe?
I use the big metal
totes.
No,
like trough.
The trough. Well, so I think it was
Like a
Agri
wash
Supply
bay.
or
Wash
Tractor
bin.
Supply. Yeah, they have the galvanized tubs, and they have all different sizes.
Yeah.
So
We
I have enough.
some.
I have one that fits. I think it's like 17 inches or something like that, and it fits. It can fit two birds. I've seen at least two birds in there. But like one of my birds goes in there, even though that they usually do it within the run to make a dust bath or outside because it's been so dry. But she goes in there every day, my oldest. So I've had that since I've had chickens, and there's always some chicken that wants to go in there, and then the rest just kind of gather around her because she's the queen. So it's very nice. Somebody asked, before we forget, because now you went all the way to the top.
This is why I just like to see how we did. We're coming up. It's already 1:30. I don't know
know.
where this time goes.
So somebody asked about the best automatic door.
Oh, boy. I want to get back into that
Can I scroll back to the actual bottom in question so I can, because we went through all this. These were all comments.
But who knows what comments you skipped over?
I didn't. These were comments to your
slideshow.
Your slideshow.
But
your
I didn't,
hour and a half slideshow.
It was so fun. Oh my gosh! If I could play the videos.
See what's the best thing you ate. Blah blah.
There's
blah.
something about a cat shirt.
Scorpion Parmesan. Like this is we were past that. I'm trying to
But
keep
it
the
helps
show.
me like get into the minds of our viewers when they make comments.
Okay, well then, do you want to answer the question about the automatic door?
See, I'm an RN. Nothing to worry about unless you have high blood pressure.
You don't have high blood pressure, do you?
There's no stress here.
There are times my dentist won't work on me. My blood pressure's so high.
Wow.
Is that bad? Hold on. See what I mean right there? Where is our blood pressure monitor? I have a blood pressure monitor that I wanted to hook up to us, and like you could see it during the show. Oh, especially because we got to get to YouTube chicken comments. Yeah, go ahead. Do what you're doing.
Oh, okay.
All right, so the best chicken door, what do you think?
I don't have.
Last I heard, we
To
were
me- listen,
the all-in-one chicken guard.
Listen, people are going to hate me, but I'm sorry. I'm going to stick to it. And that is, I don't like saying best this, best that. Here's what I realized. I like to teach people how to be cooks, not how to follow a recipe. I like teaching people to make their own recipe. I'm sorry. Why are you huffing now? It's
not
true.
huffing.
I heard someone huff. Was that you?
Hey, Ingrid, do you like your all-in-one?
I don't have an all-in-one. I have one of the
I don't
older
either.
ones. But it's been working fine for me.
I think what's important, okay, let's talk about automatic doors. It's not so much what one do I think is the best. I have my opinion, but I rather talk about what should you look for in a good automatic door. What have we learned is needed, not needed? What has failed because of this certain type of technology? What has killed chickens because of this certain technology? Am I okay? So think about the worm gear. Okay, worm gears became popular for a little bit, right?
I guess. I don't know what's in the different. I don't know what in the inner workings.
That was
of
the poultry butler, right?
The poultry butler, the coop tender, where it didn't stop and it killed the chicken, even though a chicken should jump out, but sometimes they don't. And then, of course, we've learned with the guillotine style with the string that thank God they came out with a better technology where it's a cog, not a worm gear. So now we don't have the chance of that backlashing. The only time I ever had my automatic door fail is because of an ice storm. So the door couldn't actually work.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm still a fan of the chicken guard, but I would love to start reaching out to some manufacturers and do some tests. Because at the end of the day, people don't want to have to think about this. They just want to know, Matt says this door, so that's what I'm going to get. Right. And this is where I guess I'm a bad business person. I don't want to just say this and make some money off it. I rather get people to kind of think and figure out what's going to work for them. Because think about the pull it shut. That's a badass door. That's probably the best made door, but it's probably one of the ugliest doors.
Right.
So what's more important to people? Obviously, function should be critical.
Yeah. The one thing I'll say is I like that you have the option to do it like one setting for timer, one setting for dusk. I like to be able to control that kind of thing, especially because like I found out in the summer when I was having so much vegetation, it wasn't opening and it wasn't like it would close too early or because it got dark because of the vegetation. So all the grapes over there, the grapevines. So I just changed it depending on the season.
Yeah, and that feature is really nice.
So that is something I would. If you're
use that as
chicken coop door shopping, absolutely a must. That it can open and close based on a photocell. It can open and close based on a timer, and it can open and close manually. Thank you. That's a must.
And the all-in-one is like $100 less than the regular one, so
you pay for what you get. That reminds me of the other subject.
Of course, I do have that German-made VSB door. That was originally made for pigeons, still on one of my coops. It's been there for like 10, 15 years, still working.
Yeah, it's.
that thing is like crazy.
Right.
I wonder if they still make that.
Very cumbersome
but
to
it's
work.
it's only dawn to dusk.
You can incorporate a timer now, but it's so cumbersome and bulky.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're
Chicken
right.
guard is my go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still is mine, and I'm just pissed that they sold out to China. They didn't tell anyone. I wish there was an American company, but which brings me up to the other thing. You guys are going to notice a change, and I need everyone's support. I have made a decision. I don't know if I even told you. We shut down Chewy, or will be shutting down Chewy.
Oh.
And we stopped Amazon FBA altogether.
Which is fulfillment by Amazon.
We still do our nipples.
And I still think we should do the nipples, but Bottom line is, and this is what I told Ingrid and everyone else that was involved with it, we will find out in about a year if it's worth it or not. And bottom line is, I am convinced the only way you can sell your product on Chewy or Amazon to make money, to make it worth your time, is if you have it made in China. You got to make it so cheap that there's still money left for you after Amazon and Chewy take theirs. And they take so much, and they are very good at hiding how much they're going to take. Period. Yeah, sucks, to be honest with you. So much work went into getting Amazon up and running, getting the Chewy up and running. And I'm not saying I'm throwing in the towel completely. It's time to step back and take a look at it. And I would rather, instead of giving so much money to someone's island or a huge warehouse for whoever, bet on us. Go back to our flock shop.
Yeah.
Ingrid's going to be working even that much harder on the click and buy so that the customer has a great shopping experience on our website.
I hope they do now while they're shopping. I don't think it's... I mean, for the accessories.
Yeah.
A lot of the reviews say easy, and they always comment on how quickly it ships, and how quickly it gets there.
Yeah.
And they also comment on the education we provide.
Are you pulling hemp too?
So we're pulling everything from Chewy because you just can't make money on Chewy. We're losing money. Come to find out, long story short, we have lost money on Chewy, and that's not even counting the side effects of the accessories and everything else that affects the bigger part of the business.
Were there like hidden fees or something?
Period.
Okay.
It makes me so mad.
So it wasn't yet cut and dry from the beginning.
No,
Okay.
no. And they're geniuses at hiding it.
All right.
And I've talked to other companies, and they're like, yeah, we found out the same thing. And it just comes down to whether or not you truly believe in it as a marketing strategy. Let's just take it a step further, and I don't want to happen to us. And this has happened to a lot of other companies, and someone's going to come on and talk about how it happened to them. There are companies that are stealing our Amazon store, right?
They're stealing a listing.
A listing, okay.
And because we have a brand store with Amazon, because we have a registered trademark, I set that up before we even started selling on there, the brand store, which protects us from other people jumping on our... nobody in the U.S. can sell our rope wrap Bruce bars. Amazon, we're protected from the brand store. However, these people, scammers who spend so much time thinking how they can scam instead of just doing it themselves, figured out that we're not registered in Canada, and so they were selling our listing. You see our listing. They didn't duplicate it. They're using our exact identification number to sell. But they say, it's made in Denmark because our nipples are made in Denmark. And then we found out a couple customers getting them in Canada, and it says made in China on it. Actually, one of the labels said made in Denmark, made in China. Now, I'm not a geography whiz, but I'm thinking, and I've been to Norway, which is right near Denmark.
It's just getting so bad. I had no idea it was ever going to come to this, so it scares me for the future, and this is why I want to get things back in our control, take what we've learned, and figure out, again, what can we do to make the customer experience the best so people love us, they talk about us, and that we can continue to grow as a company. And it's nuts, and I appreciate the comments out there and the support that you guys understand what I'm saying, because it was a dream. It was a dream of mine to be on Amazon, to be on Chewy, but it's not what it's all cracked up to be.
There's many more dreams you can have.
Oh yeah, that's internal.
Check that one out.
Yeah.
So we have another question from Sonos.
Yes. So there should be an extra eye bolt, and if not, we'll just send it to you, or just go get one. There should be an extra eye bolt that we put into the front of the hen house wall, so when that door is open, you hook it to that eye hook. I did not mean to say eye bolt, eye screw, technically.
Yeah, so he was asking, have you designed a way to keep the hen house door open to the run? I found the wind closed it many times, rigged it to open.
Yeah, it will. There should be an extra eye screw. What you do is you take your eye hook and you open up the door and you keep it nice and straight, and you push a little dimple into, in this case, if it's the acre or the pine, a little dimple into that wood with the hook, and that tells you right where to put that eye hook and the eye screw. Put the eye screw in there, and it'll hook perfectly, and it'll stay open.
He should have a hook too. Maybe his door didn't come with a hook, or maybe he just was missing that hardware.
Yeah, there should be 2 eye screws, and that's what it's for. and one is
one
to keep
hook
it.
and two eyes.
Yes, because one eye
Okay.
is to keep it closed, and the other eye is to keep it open.
Okay. So maybe he didn't get that. If you didn't get that, let us know.
And that has happened. So listen, and I apologize if you're watching and you're like, God, do not know how to count over in Carolina Coops. We, to help save you guys money, when we order our hardware overseas, is to have them pre-package it. And we're getting to the point that they're going to package everything for us in a blister pack, maybe now. They're off with their numbers. So we're sending out T-hinges that are supposed to have 6 screws in the package, and we find out there's 4 screws, 5 screws. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. So now we gotta double check the screws going into the pack. So maybe the same thing with the eye screws.
Leslie's saying how much they love the healthy straw. She said it's great for a flooded run, and the chickens love it. They do. I mean, it is great to absorb stuff. I put it outside when it rains, but that doesn't happen much anymore. It seems here. We had a little bit of rain, but it's been so dry.
Yeah. So I don't know. If you guys have never tried healthy straw, how much is it?
It's for $45.
$45 shipped.
Yeah.
Shipped. That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope to continue to work with Vince at Healthy Straw to make a win-win. I'll just leave it at that right now. But I'm going to bring him on. I want to bring him on because I love what he's done. I can relate to him, creating a product that he stands behind, a brand that he stands behind. I'm hoping he'll tell a story about how he's not real happy about some other people he partnered up with that I'm mad for him. If this ever happened to me, I would have a heart attack.
That wouldn't happen to you, dear, because you're not going to go into a partnership.
Well, you go into a partnership even if you are on Amazon. That's a partnership. You're on Chewy. That's a partnership.
Yep.
True. And look at where that's gotten us.
Yeah. So I need to know. So that spot on my eyes from blood pressure.
Well, people had other things. I mean, it could be from stress. It could
Hold
be
on,
from.
It's just a burst blood vessel.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not.
It
It's not
happens.
there now. There's nothing to be concerned of.
Sorry. We'd have to. But anyways. So
Why
I got.
did you just change that?
Well, because I want to go through the comments. This tells me This tells me so much about how we're doing. I love thinking about the things that people are saying. Because think about it. Here we are live. Do you think this is easy? Oh, and I forgot. We need a disclaimer. Oh, please make a disclaimer. Like when you go to watch a movie and it's like, this movie may contain violence, nudity, drugs, and political opinions or something like that, right?
Oh, are we leveling up the show?
We don't say. I've never seen a movie say anything about political opinions.
That's what made it funny. But you get my point, right? You can hear the voice. You can see it. Like when you're a little kid, you're like, ooh, I can't wait to watch this movie.
You still do that, don't you?
Sometimes. So I want it that I forgot to say it. This is a live show. We're just here having a conversation. Remember that one person on the last show got all pissy with us, like, just get to the point. Talk about what you were going to talk about. We do in our videos that are meant specifically for that. But I want to do it like, hey, this show is live. We could talk about anything. We may not talk about anything. Matt might puke. Who knows?
I love a good show about
There might be peas.
Also, we have those water glassed eggs.
Yeah.
Mackenzie, screw it. Let's do it real quick.
What? We don't have time.
We always have. We have nothing but time right now. It's Friday. It's we're all here. Can someone bring me in?
We should make a whole show about that.
You don't know what I'm about to do.
Are you going to eat eggs?
Everyone, please, please, just follow me. Trust me.
Oh, okay.
Or is that just banter because you're ready to go? Are you bored? No. Okay, so we still have about a dozen eggs left in the glass water jar from 2 years ago? 2.5 years ago?
I don't know.
Can someone go grab one egg? Bring it to me, please. Don't crack it open. Okay, it's here already.
What am I doing?
Can you go? I tell you what, do even better. Mackenzie, go into the kitchen, grab the entire jar of eggs. That you and might as well grab a bowl while you're at it. So we were in the kitchen the other day. You guys remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, how long ago was that?
Well, last time we ate them, they were a year and a half old.
That was the last time we ate them. Do you guys remember the last time we tried? Because you were going to go on vacation. I don't think I ate them. I'm like, I'm not having food poisoning.
Yeah.
What is the no? Oh.
I have to. I'm coughing.
Oh. So.
I don't know. Ingrid, do you remember? It was a spring show, so it.
Yeah, I think it was. They were in for like 15.
I think it was 18 months. I think we made it to the 18 month, and that was how long ago?
That might have even been like a year ago.
So potentially 30 months.
I have to look back at her.
Right, because I haven't even.
Do you guys remember when Mackenzie and Kristen water glassed those eggs for the first time?
Yeah, I would say it's 2.5 years.
Because those eggs are supposed to be good for 18 months, right?
I think.
And
2 years.
Yeah, you guys ate them. Here we go. You guys ate them, and no one got sick, and they weren't bad. Didn't we do a test?
Yeah, we couldn't tell.
We couldn't
tell. They were scrambled, a fresh egg and a water glass egg. Now, you could tell if it was a fried egg or something like that, because the yolk doesn't. And I got a white bowl. Well, the integrity of the yolk is.
Hold on here.
Okay.
Are you going to use that camera?
What's that?
Are you going to use that camera?
Oh, no, this one will probably work. You're right. I don't have that one hooked up. All right, so listen, I just wanted to mention that I thought it would be fun.
Oh my God, that looks like a bad fish bowl.
Do you remember how long ago you and Kristen did the water glassing?
I'm thinking it's 2.5 years.
It is almost exactly because it was May.
Yeah.
So that's 30 months.
That's disgusting.
Is it though?
I don't know. The thought of it is.
So we were in the kitchen. I mean, even the rubber top didn't come off. I said.
Does it smell?
It's probably vinegary still, right? Vinegar or lime? I don't even know what's in there anymore.
It's pickling lime.
Okay.
I'm feeling a little pukey already. Sus. Little. Oh God.
It's chalky with a touch of sulfur.
I gotta stay below the roof line here. Oh my God, it smells so bad. Okay, so maybe we have discovered the expiration date.
Sometime between 18 and 30 months.
You are.
Oh, I see.
No, Kristen, slow down.
We gotta get the show on the road here.
Yes, thank you.
There we go.
You know that response you get when other people throw up? That's how I just felt.
I think it smells okay.
See, okay, let's slow down, folks.
Well, we gotta get.
Oh, so 30 months, and we opened up the jar.
I brought a real one for comparison. I forgot it was in my pocket.
Oh, thank you.
If I was starving, I'd eat that.
Look at how perfect our eggs are. Right. Oh, don't splatter it on me. Don't wipe it on your coat. What is wrong with you?
They're coming.
We have paper towels. A lot of them. What? I'm going to freaking throw an egg at you. What are you doing? Listen, hold on. So we opened up the jar, 30 months, and it smells a little sus, right?
Okay. Yeah, chalky.
She's okay.
Okay, so what a normal human beings right now would be like, oh, screw this. Someone not so normal is like, all right, let's just reach in there and test it. And you discovered that it doesn't smell bad.
No. You'll be fine.
It doesn't smell bad at all.
No.
So there really might be something to this.
And we knew that last time, that the yolk doesn't stay intact.
So do you want to, on next show, cook them up and prove that you can water glass eggs for 30 months?
Around the same time, I think I ate some duckweeds fresh out of the pond. So
Yeah, you have a strong constitution.
Yeah.
When's the next show?
After
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
How many days is that? So 30 months, 30 times 30, that's 900 days?
And we used tap water, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, you didn't even do it properly.
What did we do wrong?
We used tap water.
Yeah, you're supposed to
And
use,
the tap
like-
water around here, I hear, is not that great.
It's so bad that Chick-fil-A won't come here. I don't know. All right, so I just wanted to crack these open because if we did crack them open, they stunk. I was like, okay,
Hey, I think the brine.
We got a show.
The brine stinks, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense that it smells chalky because it's lime.
Chalky? You call that chalky?
But the sulfur's a little.
And I want to know who's going to clean up in here. I'm a little disappointed. I got back from Italy. I thought it was going to be so clean in here. Nobody dare touch it. Nan was like, I go in there, I try to pick up, I pick up one thing, and I start crying, and I leave.
It's too much.
I
It's
tried
like every
so many times.
None. It's like every show we've ever had still lives here. The ghost of every show.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
getting
even
pretty
that though, because
crowded.
like every single thing I picked up, I was just like, I would throw this away. But then I know if I throw it away, I'm gonna get hollered at because that was supposed to be a show prop for like 30 months from now.
Oh yeah, and
No, I don't know.
all the BSFL that have gotten loose on the floor.
there's probably like
I've
a
seen
little
so
colony
many.
of
They're
black
probably
soldier
overwintering
fly.
in here. And if you find one of those flies in the spring, I want it. It only lives a day or two. It needs a
Okay.
mate.
So
All right, it's
Murder
2
Mittens
o'clock.
has a really great time in there though when you guys are gone.
I'm sure she's probably finding all the live black soldier fly.
someone said don't eat them.
Don't eat
The eggs. But okay, if we are in a life or death situation right now, I mean, you said something interesting. If you're starving, you would eat that. I think for next week's show, you should try it.
Okay, I won't eat like
You could
24 hours before the show.
You
Why?
could give,
So I'll be starving.
You could give that plate of yolk to your chickens. They'll eat it.
Let's see if Murder Mittens.
No.
Can eat this.
We'll leave Murder Mittens alone.
What's a little cat diarrhea at home on your bed?
No, oh my God, you're gonna. All right, so we need to get my blood pressure checked about the heart or the thing.
Oh, so now you care.
Yeah, well, of course I care. They told me I was gonna die. I'm like, a blood clot's bad.
It is, but not a blood vessel. A blood clot, yes.
You can't
a blood
see blood
vessel.
clots.
You could do that to your eye just by rubbing it too hard.
Roman chicken dust baths. Nice. That's what I was talking about. Hell yeah, that's what we're gonna do for the chickens. We're gonna make a Roman chicken dust bath, something that is like a raised garden bed out
Sounds
of.
very weird and uncomfortable.
Not for them. Sometimes I do have to look away. Like it looks too personal. Like I don't know what's going on here.
I don't
almost
think
feel
you look away.
embarrassed.
I remember you were like, "Ooh, chicken porn."
I mean, it's not really that, but it does look intimate. It's like look at that flock of chickens just rolling around together in a bath.
So I agree, and that's why I think there's
I
more
mean, it's
to
sweet
it.
too. I mean,
Yes.
I'm not trying to say it's dirty.
Raising chickens, having any animal is all about making them as happy as possible, but it's understanding they're not humans.
And the reason that since they do it together, they do it in groups. They do it as a group. I rarely see one doing a dust bath by itself.
And
It almost seems contagious.
And the other thing you said, which
or
is
maybe it's shaming. Like one starts and the other one shames the other one. Like, oh, I guess I have to take a bath too.
You're the smelly kid today. Listen, so you also made a very good point that I thought we would do on the video, is that I asked you, I said, did you ever make your own dust bath? You're like, no, my chicken's free range. But what you have done is figure out where they're dust bathing and maybe add some stuff to that area.
They tell me where they want to do it, and I just go behind them with a little sprinkle of this and that.
Yeah. Do you have your own secret stuff that you like to use?
Of course.
Like what?
This wouldn't be secret. That kills you, doesn't it?
It does.
You have to know
Matt,
everything.
get the blood pressure under control. Matt, eat passion fruit.
Oh, I gave you passion fruit. You guys did not like it.
There was a tree of some type of seed fruit. Was it pomegranate? Something we were eating. It was pretty good.
Was it red?
Chicken guard is garbage.
Oh.
Ooh, Mosaic. He's always got something to say.
Yeah, he does.
Why do you think the chicken guard is garbage? I'd love
Maybe
to hear
the
that one.
China.
So listen, if you guys are waiting, I know there's been a lot of customers. I can't thank you enough saying, Matt, when are you going to have your hemp back in stock? Here is where I would like to challenge you. I'm trying to get it back in stock ASAP. If you are adamant, here's what I want to propose. Mackenzie, Nan, you guys listening? Ingrid?
Yeah.
Here's if you absolutely want hemp, call us and get on a special list.
No.
Oh, Matt specialist.
No.
Yes,
no. I
yes.
put notify me. So if you go to our website and you go to the hemp page.
Oh, she's automated it already.
Yes. I don't know why you guys have to make everything so difficult.
I'm not. You don't know what I was about to say. So again,
you want people to be physically called or text when we have hemp.
no, that's not what I was going to say.
Then why are they calling?
Again, I want to run a business. I put a lot of thought into this. My job is to think about the future. And one of the things I think our customers love about us is how intimate we are with our customers. Like we will take a dust bath with our customers, wouldn't we? Okay, a little too far. I want some customers that understand what I'm trying to say. We have a new manufacturer that we have not made a final deal with. I like a lot of what they have to say. They're going to help us take it to the next level, which is best for the customer. The problem is they can't bag it the size that we need right now. So we're talking a major complicated procedure, unfortunately. What I like about this company is they came up with a great solution. And what I'm saying is if customers are like, you know what, I would like to try this hemp, and I will call in, put on a list, or however you guys want to do it, that they can take our boxes. No?
No.
Well, you're shaking your head.
I said however we want to do it. Just do it whatever way you want to do it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So they said we'll put the plastic bag inside the box. They will fill the hemp inside the plastic bag, which is inside our box. They will tape it up, and they will send it on its way. Here's the problem. And here's why I don't want this to be obviously not a permanent solution, but I want it to see, one, what our customers think about the hemp. Two, let's see how flexible this potential new company is going to be working with us. And that is, they got a mark on the box, not a product of Canada. They got to cross out all of our conversions for expands up to, because it's not compressed. Okay? But they will get the weight. You'll know exactly what it's going to weigh. And I don't want customers that don't take the time to listen to what I'm saying, listen to what we're saying, understand that it may not be right now exactly what's on the box, but at least you will get what you pay for, and it's going to be by the pound. It will not be compressed. I'm sorry, because we're not there yet with the machinery. But tell me what they think about the hemp.
Is your current hemp compressed?
Oh, God, yeah.
It doesn't seem to be as compressed as the farm straw.
It is. You can compress. This is a lot softer to compress than the hemp is. But they even said, when I showed them our bag, they said that's a state-of-the-art equipment, a vacuum system. And I'm like, you guys don't have that? They're like, no. So this is why I do actually like this company. I mean, there's so much more to it. But I still, and so Ingrid's all disgusted with me now.
No, I'm just...
She's probably just hungry.
That too, but it's just the logistics of that. I mean, how are people paying for this? What are they paying for? What method are they paying for? I can't put it on the website because I don't know. I mean, it's just something that you came up with, it sounds like. And
No. We've been talking about this for the past couple of weeks.
All right. So then I guess you have it figured out.
So call us and we will sell it. It'll probably cost more. And I guess what I'm also saying is for the people that get that you don't buy hemp initially to save money. You save money in the long run. But if you are in dire need of needing hemp now and you want to still support Carolina Coops, here's our solution. I'm sorry if it's going to take us a little bit more work to take an order. Who cares? You got to start somewhere.
What about having people using the healthy straw and giving us their feedback on that?
Thank you. That was the other half of this conversation. Or will you, Miss Deep Litter, would you have a problem?
I like that as much as Chicken Pusher.
Would you have a problem if you started your deep litter system inside your hen house with hemp and you're like, oh, gosh, darn it, or however you say it in the South, all I have is healthy straw. Would you have a problem incorporating healthy straw on top of the hemp and continuing on?
No, not at all.
Exactly. No. I think a lot of people will. However, we have the opportunity now in this show to talk to our customers that I was going to say, or order the healthy straw right now. Put it right on top of the hemp. It's carbon at the end of the day. You know, we may discover that the two together are the best. I don't know. Or clean out your hen house. Start with healthy straw. Let us know how it goes.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. Now say what you want to say.
That's it. I don't have anything. It's a wrap.
I appreciate everyone. If you're using Healthy Straw now, let us know what you think of it. I see a lot of compliments out there. A trigger warning. What's a trigger warning? We always have time to see Matt puke on something. Isn't that disclaimer a good idea? Love the show is back on Fridays. You don't want to do... So the Friday afternoon, that was a bust, right? 4 o'clock. You want to go back? We can go back live at 4 o'clock. We'll cook up the eggs at 4 o'clock today. Eggs and whiskey.
See, people do remember when we did the eggs.
Anyways, so 18 months, that's the da-da-da-da. Do you guys remember when? I really want to know how old.
It was May.
It was May.
It was definitely May.
Not this past May, so 2 Mays ago?
Yeah.
What do you do? I never know.
I'm just sniffing. Yeah, it doesn't smell like anything.
It's very hard to go back that far. I to find the show. Is that what yeah.
It should absolutely open up all the way unless you have it hinged. If you have your chicken door hinged on... No, it's in the center. It absolutely should open up all the way. Send us some pictures. Someone else will absolutely help you out. Pre-scrambled. It is pre-scrambled. Use distilled water and lime. But that's nasty. Not even Ethan would eat it.
Oh, I think he would.
Oh.
Oh, would he eat? I bet you he would eat that right now. Ethan, if you are listening, you have been...
He probably wouldn't even cook it.
Oh, no, he'll eat that raw. No, I don't know. I don't know what he would do. I think for the show, he'll absolutely do it. He'll do anything for the show. It was pink eye from lack of use of the bidet. That's what they told me. They said, stop rubbing your eye after you wipe or something like that. Dude, the bidet. Does anyone know how you're supposed to use those old school bidets that don't spray?
Isn't there a flush on them? Isn't there?
It was a sink where I'm literally like, okay, you stand up and you pivot on one foot and then you sit down facing the wall and you give your behind a bath. All I could picture is in Crocodile Dundee for washing your backside. Anyways, Rudy, hemp. Have had 2 kinds of hemp you sold to me before. Both have been in house over 2 years. 4 hen houses, all good. Cannot tell the difference. And I want to be clear. The golden strains that are darker or the retting process went longer because, as they say, you got to make hay when the sun shines. If it starts to rain and the lignins start the breakdown process, it's going to get darker. In theory, it's not going to be as absorbent. Will you tell the difference inside your hen house? I don't think so. But there are people that think hemp is killing their chickens. Like, it is just nuts.
Or housing scorpions.
I know. Did we ever get to the bottom of that?
No. Some people just like to, be heard.
Do chickens and tortoises get along?
I don't know. They get along. They probably just would coexist.
Isn't that getting along?
You won't. Let me tell you this. You won't find that tortoise in the dust bath.
Hold on. Is there a difference between getting along and coexisting?
Yeah, you and I coexist. Me and Kristen, we get along.
Wow. See, Nan.
See what happens when it's past my lunchtime?
Oh, and I never did. Yeah, so these are the scissors about the with the pizza. Mackenzie likes the second part of that 4 o'clock plan. Just got here. How much did I miss? Part. Robert, you missed a lot.
Yeah,
I apologize.
You missed a 62 slideshow.
I didn't think. I thought those pictures were pretty cool. You guys were.
They were cool.
You guys zoned out so quickly. You're supposed to help.
We were looking at them. What do we? I mean, we weren't there.
I tried.
Do you guys have any guesses? Should we do a competition? We know what our weigh-in was, and I have not.
Wait, was it your 3 combined weight?
Mm-hmm. I wonder if anyone can guess how much weight. What was the number that we got back? We should do a competition like that.
What? How much you
did
weighed?
you see the video from when we got back?
Yes, I had the videos not posted yet, so maybe we can
do a competition, see who can guess.
And then we'll post.
And listen, I need you guys to guess, and it's not that we want you.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Come here.
I'm nervous.
You don't have to work next week, do you?
Yeah, just Monday and Tuesday though.
Oh, so you can afford to be sick?
Oh wait, I'm not gonna eat that egg.
Okay, thank you, Ethan. Thank you for being a.
Like
hi, buddy.
Right there.
Yeah.
Here, have a seat since you've come this far.
Straw.
Why would you want to use? What is so hard about coming into the studio? You act like the place is. Well, you gotta be.
I have a bigger belly than she does.
Oh my gosh! Hi, Ethan. Can you? There you.
Hello, everybody.
How are you doing
Here,
today?
I'm gonna put you full screen.
Is the black? Hold on. Slow down. Slow down. Why are there mealworms now?
Thank you.
Why are there mealworms right now on the table?
Where? Oh.
No, you got to talk into the mic. No, don't.
That table's not clean. There was just a poop that was bandied about.
What? There was poop on the table?
Yeah.
Were you deprived as a child?
Not as much as
When?
you
You're lucky. You're welcome. You're okay. Okay, folks. Why are you eating? Are you hungry?
Yeah, I was just eating.
Are you actually enjoying those?
They're not bad.
I don't know what to say. So someone said that do not let him eat that raw egg.
Kenzie said that.
Why not?
So these eggs have been properly preserved.
Not so much.
In
in there?
In pickling lime.
Yeah. But it was.
How old do you think this egg is?
Probably like a year.
30 months. A little over 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Year and a half.
2.5 years.
And Gina's like.
So smell it.
Workman's comp. Yeah,
no, this is not workman's comp.
What's gonna happen when he has dysentery?
It smells like an egg. Dysentery. All right, I just chickened out for you. Don't eat it.
Oh. Where's my closing music?
Yo, Rocky. What the hell?
Where is my music, by the way?
It's not bad, really.
This is what we deal with. What is... You know what? You are a great... This is a testament to... Oh, God. Folks, okay, so if you're listening...
Thank you.
What is wrong with you?
He's taking his scissors back and going home.
I guess so-and-so was right. I didn't think you would do it. Oh, yeah, and here's this.
Oh, yeah, I need that too. Thanks.
That didn't taste bad.
It didn't. No. It actually tasted pretty good.
Ew.
It was good, yeah.
I think there's something to be said about this crystallized lime pickling, water glassing, 30 months of a fresh egg sitting in water at room temperature in our kitchen. We just cracked it open and you just, you dipped a mealworm in it and even ate it. I am so nauseous right now. So I guess we'll find out if you get sick.
I plan on going for sushi for later too, so.
You're not on the clock right now, right?
No, not yet.
Did you? So you were watching the show. Did
Yeah,
I do
most
a
of
good
it.
job showing off you and Ethan? How great you guys!
I am Ethan. This is Ethan.
Evan.
Nice
oh
to meet
my
you.
God. Everyone else screws it up too. But I know you haven't.
Why, you want to try it too?
He actually ate it.
I know. But don't eat more of it, is the point.
Are you? Is he really gonna get sick?
Are you concerned about me?
Is he gonna get sick?
I have an iron gut.
Folks, that was
really
not
nuts.
scripted, not plans.
I was out in my camper.
Good job, Ethan.
And,
Great.
I was
Are
eating
you happy to be back home?
Crackers and cheese. Yeah.
Do you
yeah.
miss
I got
Italy?
a phone now. You got a phone.
Would you like to share? A lot of people wanted to know what in the world happened.
Oh, I got another iPhone.
God's gift to cellular devices.
The only way.
Thank you. We're never going to lose our phone again, are we? Are we going to listen to Matt the next time we decide to go out on the town and I say enough's enough?
But the thing is, I don't remember you saying that. So
I said it probably for the 5th time after you're drinking quadruples to our doubles and you're doubling every drink Evan and I have had and you chug yours and then you drink mine and you had that look in your eye and you leave the bar.
He held my hand.
That's how bad you were. We're dancing going down the streets of Florence. I'm holding his hand so he doesn't try to break into cars. We both almost got into a fight.
Breaking into cars.
I have it on video. It was nuts. But we finally said we're done with you. You know what? You owe Evan big time. That man went back down into Florence to try to rescue you. I said, let you drown.
I picked him up.
Which probably made it worse because he walked all the way back up the mountain and you're in the cab.
Yeah, I pull up next to Evan and he was like, open up the door, like, get in.
Maybe you guys should have an after-hours show.
Oh, my God. It's so the problem is it's that bad.
He said it was better that I picked him up rather than him get back to the hotel and me sleeping.
That man walked halfway up that mountain for you.
It's my big brother.
Yes, I hope you I wasn't gonna. I have friends of yours back in the States calling me that you're in jail, got to go rescue you. Well, I hope you learned your lesson.
Okay,
but I hope you had a good time.
We need to wrap it up. People
are what?
They're leaving.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. There's still 51 people here who are hardcore fans. And I wanted to read the comments. Yuck, I can't believe you just did that. My guy, what is it with my guy? Why do you guys say that
Yeah,
now?
my guy.
Go get a strong drink to kill whatever you just ate.
Who said my guy?
Allison Krog. But I applaud your bravery and possibly your sacrifice. Exactly. For science, what you just did to help everyone else to know if that was...
Yeah, but I'm not normal, so don't base it off of just me.
Ethan got a pickpocket. His phone was stolen. I actually got pickpocketed. I tell you guys that. I had a lady try pickpocketing me.
In the market.
We need to see the dancing video or it didn't happen. Let's just... Why do you got to bring this up? It didn't happen. Go ahead. It is 2:20. I am so happy to be back. Thank you for being here. We will see you in 2 weeks, I guess.
Yes.
Later.